5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're live! Hello, welcome back to the INVICTUS stream. My name is always Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I am here with my lovely brother, Mr. Alex Guthrie.
That's me. Thanks, Harlan.
The fantastic Miss Jo Falek.
Hello.
And the deliciously handsome Mr. Justin James. Pick that nose. And we are here with Shadowrun Part 2. That's French for 4. -1. That's right.
New French.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Shadowrun night. This is the third part in our series that the GM, Alex, has very graciously put together for us.
Why, thank you.
Ocean's 11 type caper, where we need to dive into the German Seder Krupp dragon-operated business and steal the prototype blueprints for an object of much desire. And we are excited to be doing this. I hope you guys are having a fantastic night and a fantastic week so far. That's right. If you're watching this on Facebook right now, oh wait, hold on, guys, this is an 18+ show. Before we get into all that, we need to tell the people at home that this might have some no-no words, some subject matters that make you feel a bit uncomfortable, and as Alex always likes to put this little warning up, just to make sure that you're okay, you're in for some of the following stuff.
You're gonna see a butt.
You're gonna see a butt or two. Turtle butts, hopefully.
There's going to be sex in this one.
It's definitely going to be a lot of
sex.
dragon sex. And if you've seen the 24-hour live stream when we were around the table, you know that Alex thinks dragon penises are flat like this. He made this gesture right there. What was that, Alex?
It's like a grilled cheese sandwich.
I'm just eating a grilled cheese sandwich really quickly.
But that's right, it's Shadowrun 3 18+ show. If you're watching this on YouTube, please go ahead and like the video right now. Also subscribe and all that beautiful bullshit. Also, join the Discord chat. The link is in the description of the video. That's where all the cool people are hanging out and chatting. That's where we like to chat along with you guys and read your comments and laugh at the hilarity that you might be offering. If you are new to this whole thing, starting at part 3 of Shadowrun is a very bizarre choice, but all the power to you. But hopefully you're not. Hopefully you've been around for a while, so you should be part of the Facebook group. If you're not, go join the Facebook group right now. But the Facebook group is where all the cool people hang out. It's where we socialize during the week. It's where we talk to you guys. It's where you guys ask for ideas. Greg Bush today was saying he's writing a Christmas themed game for his friends and he wanted to get ideas. And the Facebook group is sort of where we come to you guys and you guys come to us, and we all kind of mingle together in a community oriented area and just chat and hang out. So the Facebook group is a really cool place to be. So make sure you're there. If, however, you are not part of it, you only require approval. I didn't really have a follow-up to that. When you're part of the Facebook group, yeah, when you're part of the Facebook group, you also have the possibility of winning MVP. MVP is the most valuable post. It's the post during the week that we distinguish amongst the rest. We reward XP to you as well. It's also just a really, really, really nice way. I say nice because I didn't create it. It's all Justin. So it's a nice way of Justin to thank you guys in the community for bringing cool ideas to the table. So this week, we would like to reward the MVP to someone very special. This week, we would like to reward it to Mr. Jeff McDonald. All right. Jeff McDonald has been very active in the group. He has posted a lot of questions and comments and things like that. He has also followed along a few of the spooky streams. But the reason Jeff McDonald wins this week is because Jeff McDonald has the very, I want to say something in pleasure, but it might be punishment. Whatever the case, he is the first member of the stream to actually come out to one of our physical games and meet us in person. And actually play RPGs with us, which is really, really cool. Godpool did a similar thing, but it was just, you know, a few of us and we were hanging out and stuff like that. It was more just a social thing. But Jeff McDonald joined the tag event that we were at just on Sunday, and he sat down with Jo and played a game that she DM'd as a fantastic DM, and he loved the game. And we got to meet and shake his hand, and it was awesome. So well done, Jeff, for getting out and joining us in real life. IRL, that's what it's all about.
Jeff.
What's that?
Nice to meet you, Jeff.
It's nice to meet you, Jeff. You're a very nice gentleman. You're very kind. Your handshake is not too firm, but just the right amount of firm. So yeah, if you're from Toronto, if you're in the Toronto area, come hang out when we're doing a tag event, because it'd be nice to look. I'll be honest. The end goal here is to do a bar show. I've said it, but like I'm talking like in a year or two. What I want to do is I want to get a pub. I want all of our Toronto fans and the people who are willing to drive. I'm looking at you, New York-based fans who have been long-term fans, because that's only a couple hours drive. From
It is. It's like 8 hours.
You don't have to go on to another country.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. It's easy. You come up and then you get a hotel room for the night because the INVICTUS show is that night. You come to the bar, buy some drinks, and we have a table at the top, and we all fucking do a live show, and then we record it and put it on YouTube for the people who really can't come to watch after. That's the goal. We're making it an annual thing, and to me, that's the next step. And getting Toronto fans interested in what we're doing is the easiest way to do that. So thank you, Jeff, for being the person to tip the scales from 0 to 1.
I want to do it like as a Whose Line Is It sort of event where you like source like wacky names from the crowd and shit. The
Give me
GM
a
there.
theme. Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
We already did it. Give us another theme. Terminator. Already did it. Give us another theme. That'd be great. I want to do it like podcast, like Harmontown, which is a podcast type style where they just like have a table at the top and they just sit there with microphones and people are interested enough in what they're saying. So we have to first be interesting enough in that regard. But I think once we get there, once we have Toronto enough to have 4 people in the front, then we're good. Anyway, well done, Jeff. Thank you for making this trip in real life. It was very, very cool. It is, of course, Shadowrun Part 3. I'm so excited and confused because this system is so bloody confusing. But,
yeah, me too.
But we're getting... Wait, you're the GM. You don't know how to do it either?
Not me, no.
What?
Next week, next Wednesday, is our Christmas game. I wish I had a Christmas sound effect, but let's just do...
Ching, 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 ching. Christmas, sort of like if that was bells.
Yeah, just do that if that was bells. Wrong bell.
Jingle bells. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Next week is our Christmas game. That's right. Which means drinks. Which means everyone on the stream has to be bringing their drinks to the Wednesday night. Everyone has to be wearing their Christmas hats at home. I want cookies. I want fireside. I want all of this beauty stuff as you guys are hanging out with us. It is going to be a wacky one next Wednesday. It is going to be a lot of fun. Oh, it will be. Let's see. The first.
You have the whole crew?
I think so.
Everybody.
Yeah. But last year, I mean 2 years ago, we had great celebrities. We had Benedict Cumberbatch. We had Tom Hanks. We had Chris Pratt.
Well, that was just full of fun.
That's right. Last year, we had even more celebrities. I think there was Patrick Stewart. Who else died? Oh, Donald Trump makes an appearance.
Did we do the Polar Bear Express last year? Is that what?
Yeah, I don't remember. Every year.
Express? So
put it this way: expect lots of celebrities. Now that I can do Shaggy, expect Shaggy. Yeah. Expect lots of celebrities. A Christmas train ride over snowy pound. I'm sure one of these guys is going to get kidnapped again. It's going to be wacky and wild, and it's going to be a lot of fucking fun. So make sure you come Wednesday night. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's it. That's next Wednesday, and then after that, you'll figure it all out. I don't know what else we're talking about. I feel like there's more, but that's it. I guess we just go to Shadowrun now. Is that what we do? We play games on this fucking gaming stream?
Is there nothing to donate to?
Should we talk about what we're doing on Saturday?
Yeah. So this Saturday, guys, we are taking photos for you. The $3,500 sexy boudoir photos, which I've done before for Justin.
Yes, you have.
You'd like to think that's a joke. It's not.
Nope.
More on that. More on that on a spooky
More
stream.
on that later.
But we are taking calendar photos this Saturday for the INVICTUS calendar, part of the $3,500 unlock that you guys had with Extra Life. So expect I guess it'll just be posted publicly. There's no, it's just out there now. There will be a 12-month calendar for 2018, filled with your favorite Invictus folks in a variety of different poses and pictures, and it's going to be very interesting. A lot of situations, maybe boudoir, but probably just me again. Like everyone's just standing around fully clothed with their arms crossed, looking uncomfortable, and I'm sitting there again with my boudoir photo. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're getting together. We're taking pictures. Also, a huge shout out to our good friends Andrew and Aaron who are helping us take these photos. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited. I'm excited to hang out. This is going to be one of the months.
And Alex is like, oh yeah,
It's gonna be Thanksgiving.
That's
Oh my god.
oh yeah,
that's me. Yeah.
oh yeah.
I'm gonna grow the mustache back. I guess I'll shave it all off for the mustache. Maybe what I should do is like every month shave a little bit more. Like go to the bathroom, shave a little bit, come back, and then so by 1 month I'm completely clean shaven, and like every other month I have a little bit more facial hair, and we put it in reverse order, and then it looks like I grow throughout the year.
That sounds fun.
Let's all do it, Justin.
Sounds really fun.
You want to do it too?
Sounds like a lot of work.
It does sound like a lot of work, doesn't it? Forget it. It's not worth it. We wouldn't do it for you guys. But anyway, that's this Saturday. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're excited to do that. And maybe we'll play some games afterwards. And maybe we'll do some behind the scenes footage for you guys to see the making of. Because I'm sure you care. Behind the scenes.
Oh, the Invictus calendar.
Justin wants the calendar to include Invictus pets. I'm very pro that.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
I'll bring my
There's
pet
no
rock.
I was going to say only the two of you have pets.
Who? I know
My
my
mom
one is a
has
cat.
Chris doesn't
And a
have any
dog. I
pets.
guess it is.
I have a dog.
Chris has a dog, yeah.
Well, Chris's
Michael's a
dog
cat.
is his mom's dog. But I mean, it's a family
It's
dog.
just me and you, Harlan. I don't have
Just you and I,
animals.
apparently. No, David
Well,
doesn't
I've
have
got
any.
2 dogs, so.
And David is really the heart of the team. Let's be honest here. And
Is he
doesn't
coming?
have animals.
to do this photo shoot?
Yeah, he is. Of course
Oh,
he is.
good.
It's
Okay.
Dave, guys. Look, it's about time. It's about time we revealed this. Invictus would not exist without David. He has been so.
It's really David's brainchild.
He's typically in 90% of this. He's standing behind the scenes directing. He's like, he jumped to Scooby-Doo credits now. Doing. He's like wearing headsets. He's running around. He's always the instigator for every email chain. He's just doing everything. David is the lifeblood of Invictus, and without him, none of this would exist.
He actually drives between our different houses
Every
like,
single time.
During the game.
Yeah.
Like, I
When-
need a beverage. Can you send David over here?
When I'm troubleshooting, when Joe has internet issues, David's the first one there. He's crouching down behind the scenes, fixing the internet, giving the thumbs up. He cares so much about this. It's insane. So, of course, David's going to be there, Alex. Shame on you. For shame, even though you're
He's not
here.
there.
I know.
He's-
But I want to
he's
show
gone.
the... For shame, Alex. For shame. But yeah, maybe. I don't know. Fucking, we'll figure it out. David will probably be there. Now that Alex is gone, Shadowrunners, what the fuck are we gonna do? I mean, and that's how we'll get to Seder Krupp. And that's how we'll steal the blueprint.
Talking about it, eh?
Oh no!
Behind my back.
Shit. But yeah, so that's what we're doing this Saturday, so we're
Good.
really excited about that. And there's gonna be a lot of really cool stuff coming your way. There were a lot of you that won postcards, and we're gonna be taking a photo for that postcard as well this Saturday. And a few other, and the Christmas card. Oh, I totally forgot. Every year, of course, starting, 2 years ago, we do a Christmas card. If you would like to join the Christmas card mailing list, just keep an eye out for the email that we will be asking for probably this week. And all you need to do is you send us your email, and then come Christmas Day, you will get the Invictus Christmas card, which is always fun. I'm trying to remember, last year was a hand-drawn one, but I'm trying to remember the first year was just like a photo of us in hats. This year will be even different.
Yeah.
I don't
First
remember
year
that.
was like the big picture with like all of us like.
Yeah, we're all
gathered
like-
around
Oh yes.
the place.
Now because we're actually doing an official photo shoot on Saturday, it's going to be even more professional.
More professional.
More
Pro-
professioned.
yes.
I don't want to promise professional because then I realize it might not. It might be the opposite. It might be even worse because we're
And
going
then
to be
we'd have
extra
to
goofy.
pay for them probably, right?
And we'd have to pay for them probably. Actually, right. So that's
Damn,
part of
that
it.
Paying thing is never fun.
No, money should be inconsequential. You just do things
Yeah.
because you want to do them. Like us,
like-
the Invictus stream. We don't charge you. Ad free.
Just like in the game of Shadowrun. Money doesn't count. Kidding.
I was gonna say we're getting
Everything counts.
we're getting 2 to 4 billion yen. All right, I think that's it. I don't know. I feel like I'm looking at something else, but obviously it's not that important. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, should we start the credits?
Yeah.
Yes, do the credits.
I'll be watching you, bro.
Yeah, you watch me, bro.
I'm watching all of you.
You watch
Don't
me.
want
Watching you too.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shadowrun.
Shadowrun.
As Ash, Charlie, and Kevin could bear to handle even any more stench of Earth's filthy underbelly, the grimy fetor is only magnified by the island that you presently occupy. One half houses a maximum security penitentiary. The other half is a city where the sinful find pleasure and delight. You three wander through the streets of this mega city that used to be known as Nordest. Massive, towering structures covered with blinking and flashing luminescence act only as a backdrop or a facade to the decay of societal justices. As you weave in and out of the crowds of vagrants, you wind through a never-ending passage of various bars, game halls, complete with virtual reality servers, gambling facilities, and sex clubs filled with half-naked and naked dancing humans, elves, and other urukai. You find yourselves looking for this ex-Saterkrupp employee, possibly to help you on your mission.
As we walk by one of the game lounges with virtual reality, a thought occurs to me, and I turn to Kevin and I say, Kevin, have you thought about, do we have access to any plans of this facility?
I mean, not right now, but
Would you be able to procure some, possibly?
I mean, I could try and see like what I can find. Usually that stuff is kind of like integrated technology. Whenever you walk like into a shopping mall, you can just access that map. Kind of nominal effort. But yeah, I can try from the middle of the ocean here. That's not a problem.
But, yeah, that's not a problem for you.
No, yep, thank you.
Yes, simple. It's
So
just and things.
Worst case scenario, we can always just ask somebody. And I start tapping people on the shoulder. Anyone here Saterkrupp ex-employee?
Do you do that?
yeah, how many well, does Harlan do that?
Sure. I just like walk off.
No.
My thinking is, though, if we can get a virtual version of the place, then we could hop into the Matrix and walk around and pretend like we're actually there.
Well, what do you want to do first? Do you want to
let Kevin hack.
Okay.
So Kevin walks into one of these virtual reality hubs. What's the kind of feel of this place? How big is it? Is it really busy?
Yes, it's quite large. There's people wandering in and out. Usually they have drinks in their hand or half-naked people hanging off them. Lots of drunks, lots of vagrants. As you step into the virtual reality lounge, you could call it, the walls are kind of lined with these big electronic piece devices, and you've got people and they're doing all sorts of things, with the virtual headsets on, and they're kind of waving their arms around in every single motion. The lights kind of low.
So the purpose of this kind of establishment is to like augment my personal equipment. They have some cooler stuff that I could use, or why is there a specific?
Well, you have to pay
location
for
where it
everything.
happens?
Think of it like a casino, except for the adult entertainment, sort of like an arcade / casino thing.
Casino? You mean like a money taker company, like the
Yeah.
money?
Yeah, a Vegas.
It's like
What's
a
it
Las
called?
Vegas.
They're making fun of me because I couldn't think of it earlier.
Like 2 minutes
What's
before
that
we
thing
started
you
the
go in and
streaming, he's
spend
like,
money?
he was talking
You
about
like
an area.
gamble?
He's like, what's that place you spend money? What do you mean, Alex? You know,
For real
it's a
though,
game.
like,
It's like a money taker.
what's the purpose of having an establishment for this kind of entertainment, the VR stuff?
The
Does it
Matrix
give
is a thing.
like I can access the Matrix with my personal equipment. I don't need to go to a place.
Right. Well, you can access the Matrix, and don't quote me on this, Shadowrun experts, but you can only really access the full Matrix by plugging in with the comlink and using your actually attached to a node. Even though, like, you have certain skill levels, and I think even with your skill level, like, you really have to be a very high level Matrix user to be able to access all the Matrix just wirelessly. Like, it is
Okay.
all around you, but you have to be high level, almost like a mage, or a technomancer, as they call it in this game.
Sure.
But I mean, there are nodes. The nodes are used for multiple different uses. I mean, everything from waitresses ordering drinks to people taking out money or transferring credits, I should say. So like, you do see nodes on the walls, but the general purpose of this place is that there are people, usually criminals, that come over from the penitentiary, spending their money, and then essentially they usually end up back in jail. But this is a great way for businesses to make money. It's the same with any gambling establishment or.
So
Hole
if Kevin wanted to look into getting some blueprints, prints, or floor plans for this facility that we're going to be potentially infiltrating, I need to go into this establishment and hook into a node, is what you're telling me? Or is that something that's more localized?
That's something that's more, well, it really depends. Now, you can access these, I would say, just for what we're playing here on a low level, first time playing Shadowrun, I'm going to say you can't really access the internet, the Matrix, unless you're using a node. Okay?
Cool. That's all I wanted to know.
Perfect. So using a node, your skill level will define what you can do using the Matrix on these nodes. So if you hit a certain level, you might be able to hack into not Satyr-Corrupt, but hack into external things, because everything's connected in the world of 2072.
But that's something that I can do here on Turtle Island, and
Yeah.
I don't have to be in Germany.
Is that what we're calling it? Just Turtle Island?
No, it's. You said it in a really funny voice last episode. I can't remember what it was.
I mean,
yeah.
Another possibility too, if I don't know if you can remotely from here, like, find like a drone or something that's flying around in Germany, and get access to that, and then fly around and.
That's actually a really cool idea, Charlie. I've always wanted to fly one of those things. How much is it to get in here? And Kevin starts kind of looking for like a concierge or whatever the fuck.
Well, and as you look around, you realize there's really no concierge or ticket takers. I mean, it is kind of a wander in, wander out. You have to pay to use every machine. If you wanted to use one of these virtual reality machines, you got to plug your cred stick in. You have to pay certain amounts of money, and there's like sex games and like gambling and like hunting game, like everything from A to Z. You have to pay for it, but you don't have to pay to be there.
Hunting sex games. Oh God.
Bingo. You're like bang while getting a bang.
Hunting sex games.
I wanted to make a shoot. It doesn't matter. So Kevin's like, all right, cool. You guys got a couple minutes, or are you just gonna hang out and watch me like creeps when I put these glasses on, or what's going on here?
And I turn to Charlie and I say, I don't know, Charlie, if she's going to be looking in the back door sort of way to do things, what should you and I do? I mean, realistically, well, fuck it. And I do not as crass as I was nodding. I'm like, say, Charlie, I mean, in the old days, we just used to go up to people and ask if they knew anything. Why don't we lean on a few contacts, see if we can make a connection?
Certainly, yes. I think that's a great idea.
And I'll
Perhaps
walk
this
up to
one
the.
here is wearing a Seder Crop uniform.
Yeah, right. Ex-Seder Crop employee pissed off
But
at
it's
the
like
company.
a sexy version.
But a sexy version. Well, I'm gonna go up to the bartender, or the thing
Okay.
that tends bar.
Yeah, it's a person.
Yeah, I guess bartender's not really not specifically to human, is it?
No, you're right. But I thought you meant like, could it be a machine? No, it's not a
right,
machine.
yeah.
It is. Oh man, I'm just trying to find.
And Otakai? A Saruman?
No,
Is it
I'm
an
trying to
ent?
find it. I'm trying to find how to use charisma.
Here's your drink.
Whatever.
Oh God.
Hi there. Yeah, what can I get you? And there's a guy and he's cleaning mugs and he's a male orc, but he seems pretty friendly. Oh,
Nice.
hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty good, actually. Yeah, I take one of your, and I point to whatever drink being. I'll take one of those, Wickawax.
Oh, Wickawack. Oh, have you had these things before?
Hot dog, love me Wickawax. And don't.
And he reaches behind and he pops it open and he goes wicka 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 wicka. And he pours it into a glass.
And I say, that's my favorite part about opening these drinks. Fuck, get one for my friend too, please.
Oh, sure. A Wickawack for you too?
He'll take a fucking Wickawack.
Okay.
Indeed, yes. That's atrocious.
And he pours it into a
No, don't pour them.
glass.
I want to take a sip every time. I want to hear it
Oh,
again.
okay. There you go.
Are you guys having wick-wax?
You
over
want a
there?
Wickawack, Kevin?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Give me a Wickawack.
All right, I'll have another. We got 3 Wickawacks over here. And he passes you,
I
and
want
as
this
the
world
foam
to be
spews
real.
out, it's kind of flailing, and it looks
I
just
picture
like
when
it
you
sounds.
pop the top, little like tentacles come out.
Yes,
And
exactly.
then like sort of die. And then you just like eat them.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know. And I'm like, all right, well, say, listen, what's your name, friend?
The name is Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking.
I
It's
am.
an old name.
No, of course.
It's an old name.
That's all,
Yeah.
listen,
I didn't use it. My parents gave it to me. It's like, I don't know, an ancient.
Steve,
it's actually
listen,
short
it's
for Stephen.
It's a beautiful name. No problem.
Thank you.
No problem whatsoever. And I lean forward as I kind of slide my Wickawack over to the side. I say, listen,
He slide. He goes. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
and I say, Steven, I love these Wickawacks so much. They're just so joyful and peaceful, and they're just so beautiful. And I look him up in the eye and I say, listen, we're doing a little bit of wet work going on around these parts, and I was just wondering if there's anyone you might know that could put us in contact with a few people that might work for some of these big names companies. You know, maybe some of these top 10. You know.
Well, what? And he's looking around now. He's getting a little bit nervous. Now, you look like a pretty straight fella. I usually don't. I usually don't talk.
And
with
when he says
the
straight fella, I
people
put
around
my
here.
hand on his hand. I say, there ain't nothing straight about me.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, that's fine too.
No,
But I mean,
I meant, oh well, that, but also I meant more in the Shadowrun sense of the word.
well, but you don't seem too criminal. And normally I don't talk to any of the people around here because they're too criminal. Now, what sort of information are you looking for, Mr.
The name is Dagon.
Dagon?
Yeah.
What? Why don't you do we're gonna do a skill test right now
Of course,
because
it's a role-playing
you're
game.
lying.
Bluffing. I think I have deceit.
So, if you are going to try to con, right?
Yeah.
That'd be a con, right? So you roll your con and
Which is
charisma,
4, and my charisma's 5, so 9.
and then I'm rolling.
And I got 6, 6, 5,
Okay, I have
and 3
rolled
ones, but
opposed, so
3 positives.
so I'm doing this. Where's my rolling stuff? 3 and damn it, 7, not 8. Okay, what'd you get?
I got 2 6s, a 5, and 3 1s.
Oh, you're fine. He says, Dagon. Yeah, Dagon. Nice to meet you, Dagon. What do you want to know and why?
I just want to know if I can trust this guy. If I start spouting off some wet work, Shadowrun type stuff, is he going to turn and start reporting us, or is he sort of? I mean, I figure if the guy works on a criminal island, he's got to have some sort of criminal undercurrent to him, no?
Yeah. I mean, he keeps his mouth shut. If that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
You have a loyalty 1 rating and a connection 2 rating with bartenders.
Right. So what I just roll 2?
No, you don't actually roll. In fact, it's just it just means that you have a loyalty rating. The relationship is all business. So he's gonna treat you with a modern amount of respect, anyways. So.
All right. Well, I just want to know if I can trust him, but I guess that'll come after, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I just say, look, I'm just curious if you know anyone on this island that might have had employment with Seder Krupp in the past.
Seder Krupp. I think I know there's a few people, but why do you want to know?
Oh, it's just personal. I'm trying to connect with an old friend.
An old friend.
Yeah,
what's his name? I might know him by name.
And I pull out 100 yen. I don't really know how much that is.
That's like $10.
I pull out 1,000 yen. And I slide it, and I slide it across
like
the table.
$100, yeah.
I slide it across the table to him, and I say, "Look, I'm just asking if you know anyone that worked at Seder Krupp."
Huh. Well, word is that I think there was an ex-Seder Krupp employee, if that helps you at all.
Yeah, what's his name?
Chris.
Chris with a K or with a C? This matters.
With a C.
And what's his last name?
Bishu.
Chris.
Is
that anything like Chris Visu?
Yes, that's how you pronounce it. And he can be found at the Big L.
All right.
And I know he likes to play this old-timer game. It's a card game. You ever heard of these card games? It's called poker.
Oh, I don't know. Ash, being a magician, pulls out his deck or taps the deck of cards in his pocket. Oh, I don't know if I can play any of those difficult card games. I'm just a simple Southern boy. I'm sure we can make something work. Appreciate your time. Whatever the fuck your name was.
No problem. And you enjoy those Wicklewacks. And take it
and
easy.
I take both and I shake them a little bit.
Both of you.
Perfect.
All three of you.
And I walk over to Kevin.
Yeah, so Kevin's been trying to hack this whole time. Like how you do.
So you're gonna roll. Let's see, Kevin.
And I'm just gonna let Kevin know what we learned, so that maybe rather than just find the name of the Seder Krupp, maybe you can find some information about him or where he is, or maybe how to hack the game to win or something. I don't know.
Perfect. Okay. So what are you gonna use for your search there, Kevin?
Well, I'm gonna use my my intelligence or my logic.
Yeah.
Plus my. Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses.
It's okay. Maybe data search?
Yeah, my data search. So 7.
That's
Plus, I don't know if this particular equipment gives me anything important, but.
Sure, try it. What do you want to use?
I don't know. How good is this equipment? Does it give me extra dices?
Let's see. Fake sin, low lifestyle. That's 2 months. Fake sin. No, it doesn't really help.
It might be
Not
worth
really,
it
no.
for me to expend one of my edge
Sure.
at this point, I think. So that just gives me an extra dice, correct?
Yes.
Cool. So I'm going to roll
That-
8.
Yeah, and put the last dice, the edge dice, as a different color. So because if you hit a 6 with that die, then you can re-roll it.
I guess I'll give it a Chris color. My edge dice is green.
Now I had that actually pre-picked, eh?
What?
That
crispy
was
shoe?
Yeah. I thought, how fun would it be?
I'm sure.
Ah, fuck yeah.
What'd you get?
Ooh.
How many hits?
Two fives, and my edge dice is a 6.
So re-roll your edge die.
What's the name of this bar? Can it be Shaz?
Shaz, yeah.
Can it be Shaz Slamo?
Shaz Slam.
The Shaz Slamo.
Shaz Slamo. I love it. So would you hit 2 5s and a 6?
Yeah, so I got 3 altogether because my edge dice
3.
didn't re-roll into anything fancy.
3 altogether.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hate to disappoint,
Yeah.
so I won't.
Oh.
And I'm going to give it to you anyways because
Heck
it's
yeah.
simple.
Because that's my whole thing. Is Kevin is a hacker. Plus
Exactly.
he does magic bad sometimes.
Technically, again, going back to the Matrix search table, you need like a 6 for general or public knowledge,
That's so
which I
fucking
feel is
stupid.
really high. But you know what? This is an easy skill. This
Yeah,
is
it
like
doesn't-
something that you do. So you know what you do is you locate the poker tables at the big L, and you're
Yeah.
even able to get into the security system, the security camera system.
So
Yo.
this is at the casino that we're at right now. It's not at Satercruft.
Correct.
This is
Because you
better.
can't hack into Satercruft.
Yeah.
There's just no possible way. That's why you guys are going there physically.
This is even
Even-
better.
I
Even
see, yeah.
Scandine can't hack into Satercruft.
Yeah.
But we could hack into like something outside of Satercruft.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was thinking.
Well, this is
I
even
wonder
better.
if there's like a rental company, like a drone rental company that you could rent a drone from some like shop in Germany and then fly it over from here remotely.
And we never even have to do the job. Oh, we don't have to go over there. Just
Well, we
stay
can at
here.
least like scope out the place and see what entryways there are.
Depends on how
we need to be better
Wi-Fi.
just to get there and talk to the brother of what's his face,
Yeah.
the police officer,
Yeah, Hermes.
Hermes.
Hermes
Yes.
Carlisle.
And then perhaps we'll have a better idea. It'd be easier to hack in from there, anyways. I imagine. I don't know.
All right, hold on. So I can see the casino. I have eyes on the poker tables.
Oh,
Is
that's
that
perfect.
okay? So they're doing this with paper, and there's like specks of color on them.
This is perfect. Listen, Kevin, all you need to do is stay hacked into there. I get into that game. Look, here's my thinking.
It looks cool in there, though. I want to come with.
Well, you can hack for remotely. I figured like you could like be on like your phone, like looking at the
Yeah,
cameras.
like you
I have
figured out the
goggles
hack.
that are like
Yeah.
VR situations.
You
just
figured
on
out the
me.
hack, so you've already got it. So if you go to another terminal in another area,
I feel like
you know, it's the same.
if this
hack.
day and age you could be on your phone looking at cameras, I'm sure Kevin could be doing the same thing, like just like in the corner looking at cameras, like nodding at me and shit like that. Because basically, I'm thinking we can ask this Chris Bishu if he's willing to help us, but if he's not and he needs a little bit of coaxing, we can play him in a poker game, and you can cheat by looking at their cards and letting me know what they are, and we can, because I ain't that good of a poker player.
Yeah, all
I
right.
like what
so
you guys are
Either
thinking
way.
here.
I have a cool idea. I got all this spy shit.
Yeah, and I look, and you got like all these doodads, and like there's like a chain, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Right.
I got these tiny little microphones. I figure if I hook us all up, maybe Charlie's like our guy on the inside. Maybe he kind of walks around behind the poker table as he's like scoping out people's cards, and like I can. What else can I do? I have a mage sight goggles.
well, if you have tapped into the cameras, all you need to do is turn them so you can get a good look on the cards as they're doing. Then Charlie can somehow relay that information between you and I. At that point, all we need to do is take down Chris Bishu with a winning hand. Here's what I'll do. It's no limit. I'll get him to put everything he's got in. All right? I'll really coax him out. I'll drive him up. I'll really kind of step on his tail a little bit so that he starts putting down more than he can afford. And when he finally thinks he can get me and we trounce him, he's going to owe us big. At that point, what we'll do is we'll lead him in the back room and say, well, look, slate's wiped clean if you give us a little bit of information in the state of Krupp. And that way we have him. He has no way of backing out at that point.
What did you mean by trounce? That was the only part you lost me on.
Well, it's like when you wallop somebody, you know? It's like, you know when you got a gator and I don't know how southern I am. I don't remember last game. In my mind, I'm real southern now. So
But other than the trouncing part, it sounds fantastic.
well, trouncing just means you whoop somebody. You get on top of them. You wrestle them to the ground.
You whoop them.
You give
You
them a
whoop 'em
spanking.
real good.
Yeah.
I'd have to Bing that. Let me Bing that quickly.
All right. In the year 2077, Bing finally won out in the Great Google Bing War. That's a piece of the history that no one really knows.
So I like how you guys are doing this. Can I kind of maybe help you along a bit and kind of put together what you guys are all saying?
Do it.
Yeah.
So from what I gather, I mean you've got Kevin who's plugged in to the Matrix. He has all these electronic microphones and earbuds and things like this. He can whatever you are, you're a he, right?
Yeah, sure.
Can microphone and put it into your ear, Ash.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Charlie can be the lookout and also keep an eye on things, maybe from across the room in the actual casino. You guys are going to play this guy, put him in a position where he kind of owes you, and then you're going to extract whatever information you can.
Is there an echo in here? Yeah, that's what I just said.
Is this so easy that it's gonna happen and we should just role play it, or do you want us to like make dice rolls and everything?
Perfect, because I walk in with a big cowboy hat.
Just role play it.
Big spending style and say, no, I got a lot of money to lose. Which one of your tables here is suckered? And I want to try to look at Chris. I feel like the music's playing over this, where it's like, but more like casino, like doom, 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 and like the camera's like zooming in like Snatch, and like we're like doing a heist thing.
There's like,
And
that
somehow
shadow
Justin's
on
in
Justin's?
shadow. He's a Shadowrunner.
That's great. I'm not really sure.
This is my stealth mode.
That's great.
Oh, I love that. Except like just the way that you are close to the light, your head's really big and your hands are really small.
Yeah.
Very funny.
So funny.
I'm not even sure what I'm looking at. I feel like I'm looking at some art piece here.
All right, so with earbud in ear and Kevin positioned in the corner, Ash walks up and sits down across from Chris Bishu at the table. What is Chris, and what does he look like?
Well, he's wearing a green sweater, and he's kind of got scruffy hair, and he looks
Are you describing Chris?
looks very serious. Yeah, it's Chris Bishu.
But
you don't.
If it's literally Chris, I know how to beat him. All I have to do is say, "You can't beat me in a manly test of arm wrestling," and then
You don't know him. You don't know
then I
him.
cheat.
So,
okay, I don't know him. Okay, so it's not.
well, you don't know him. This is just a character in this.
I just want Chris to watch and be like, "What? No, I could beat him."
It just happens to be Chris.
Okay.
And
excited. I
I'm going to
kiss
do my
him
best
right
Chris impression without offending Chris.
Do it.
This is gonna be
Let's do it.
good.
Furrow
he's
the brow,
like-
furrow the brow.
He's like, what do you want?
And I say, "You're the cutest boy I've ever seen." Jesus Christ, Crispy Suit.
Who even is this guy?
And I
Did you
say,
just say his name?
I'm a high roller. Listen here. And I say,
Do I know you?
"You don't need to know me. My name is Dido."
Dido?
I don't remember what I told the other guy. Didoir, maybe. Listen, I
said-
come from the United. Listen, I come from just north of here, and I was thinking that you and I could play a little bit of cards, because I'm not going to be using my real Southern accent. I realize, so now I go Irish all of a sudden, and I say,
Just to throw him off.
just to throw him off. Well, I wouldn't have spoken English. I got too excited, and I realized. But I sit down as an Irish gentleman now, and I say, "I've never played this game, but I have a whole bunch of money, and I'm dropping off some prisoners that I've just turned in for the reward. And I was thinking that playing a little bit of these ancient cards could be fun, but again, I have a lot of money and not much experience. Could you show me how to do this, friend?"
Dealer, do you just let anybody sit down at these tables? This guy's...
And I pull out a thick
Kinda
wad
whacked out.
of cash, of yen, as I pretty much all my savings that I have on me, and I slap it down on the table, and I say, "Is this enough to get started?"
And the dealer kind of looks at Chris, and he looks at the other players, and he looks at you, Ash, and he says, The man can stay.
And I'm gonna roll. Con, what I did last time.
You don't have to roll anything.
No, but
You
I want.
said.
Oh right, sorry, but I'm trying to play like into Chris's hands of being this shy little. Oh, I don't know how to play. Is this
Yes.
good? Is this a good hand? Is this a da 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 da? And I want him to sort of start like thinking that he's gonna be one up in me.
Yeah.
But since I don't have to roll, I shouldn't have rolled, I guess.
Yeah. Now, yeah, no, it is going to be a difficult role to try and play this guy, because ultimately, you know, it's not just like you can walk up and.
Of course, but I'm feeling with the advantage of having Kevin read his cards, and Charlie being like a floater where he can start.
And Kevin is on his headset, and he says in your ear, "What are you doing? You're just sitting there and talking."
I said I wanted to go faster, but the GM is slowing me down.
Oh, I'm ready to go. What are you doing?
Perfect.
You're just convincing him.
I throw my wad of cash and I start waiting for the first hand to be dealt.
Okay, so he deals hands.
Perfect. And using
He shuffles the cards and deals them out.
Perfect. And as the first hand comes, and I am a magician, so I have sleight of hand. So using a variety of skills that I have and the information that Kevin is feeding me, knowing his cards, I'm folding and picking up and sort of doctoring my hand, so I'm having sort of the best opportunity to win, not the majority, or not the majority, but the biggest pots when it comes down to it. And after like an hour of playing, I'm assuming he's getting frustrated as I'm stacking up pretty high against him.
Yeah, and towards the end of the game, you know, he picks up 2 aces as
and I say,
Kevin,
that's so weird because I got tree right here.
well, as Kevin whispers in your ear, right? Oh, we got 3 aces.
He's
and
got
he's got two
aces. You have too many aces.
And then you've got 2 kings, and sure enough, on the last card shows up a king. So Chris says, "So I guess I'm all in. I don't think I have a very good hand, but I'm almost out, so I might as well just go all in here."
Oh, I don't know. Listen, I'm not too sure. I mean, maybe I should fold. I'm sure.
Oh, come on, stay all in. You got nothing to lose.
I really don't know. I mean, realistically, I don't want to put my last couple 100,000 yen into this pot.
You've already taken all my money. I mean, whatever I win back, it's not gonna bankrupt you. Come on.
Can I shadow him and get a view, or does Kevin already have a view off of his cards?
Kevin's already got a view.
What are you doing, Charlie?
I'm just hanging in the shadows, just kind of lurking around.
What can you do here? Well, there'll be time for what you do. So
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm watching. It looks like they've got it under control.
I mean, I suppose. I don't know if I have enough to match you alone, but all right. And I slide all my thick stack of cash into the center, and I'd say, why I give you more, but I don't have anything on me. I mean, unless you have anything else to wager.
Oh, well.
I mean, you got a nice jacket there. Where'd you get that from? Where do you work? What do you do for a living, friend?
This is just an old jacket. I don't work here anymore. This is my Seder Krupp jacket.
Oh,
those bastards took my job.
I have a cousin that loves that. I mean, you know, that type of stuff. He loves to keep in materials from the Big Ten. He calls them. You know, a jacket like that. Be nice to have.
So you want me to wager this, and what are you gonna wager?
Put in some more money, whatever you got, and I take out the extra hidden stack from my ass and throw that in.
All right. So he says, "Okay," because he thinks it's a bet. It's a good bet.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm just thinking in case he gets shot in the head, at least we have something. But I guess we could take the jacket anyway. But either way, so and then, well, you tell me.
So yeah, the dealer shows, okay, and put your cards down, and sure enough, you've got 3 kings.
Two aces is a tough one to beat, but you know.
Oh,
these 2
and
kings that
flabbergasted.
Right,
he's just blown away. What the fuck? You guys are cheats. You guys are damn cheats. And he stands up and he starts.
This is where Charlie comes in.
Yeah. So I'll just come up behind him, and I'll put a hand on his shoulder.
Yeah, get off me. Yeah, look at. I'll get out of here. Fine. You can kick me out all you want. And he points at you, Charlie, thinking that you're an employee of the Big L casino.
Do I have chloroform? That?
No, I don't think so.
In your
But he thinks you're part of the. He thinks you're part of the staff, right?
I want to say in your ear, like that Kevin's been watching the floor and he's kind of like, okay, now quick to your left. There's no one walking. Okay. And he's like leading Charlie where to go. And he's like, there's a door on your left. Yeah, that's it's going to take you down the hallway. And then there's an empty room on your right. First right should be unlocked right now.
So when the guy
it's like the
takes
Matrix,
my
he's
hand,
like, wait, now. And it's like right as the person passes.
When he takes my hand off of his shoulder, I grab it and I twist it around his back.
Yeah.
And I start walking forward. Do I need to do a roll for that?
They cheated me out of all my money. This is totally unfair. What the hell? And he's being let off by you.
It's kind of annoying because I have to like be a little uncomfortable, but I take my other hand and I put it in front of his mouth.
No. So you get
and you're like ducking behind like drink carts and like whatever.
And where have you led them, Kevin?
I feel like Kevin has been kind of getting bored of watching people play poker, so he's been scouting with his access to security cameras. He's been scouting the rooms surrounding the casino.
Perfect.
So he's found like kind of it's not like a utility closet, but it's kind of like a storage area.
Perfect.
Where you would keep like extra furniture and whatnot. So it's kind of like a disused area.
Excellent. And are you following Ash? Or what? Do you just stay at the table?
No.
Yeah, Ash is getting the same kind of directions from them.
And I'm just like trailing and like the minute a guy might like turn, I kind of step in front of him and say, "Oh, it looks like someone's needle over there." And like I'm like sort of like deferring any of the other people that might be coming by, and like the three of us are like working as a unit. And...
Kevin's just gonna stay on the cameras and keep an eye out, like.
Good.
To make sure no one's coming.
So fucking cool.
So you get him to this back room. And you release him, Charlie, right?
Yeah. Push him down on an old chair.
And I step in behind and I shut the door and I lock it.
You guys are the cheaters. What are you holding me for? This is total bullshit. I was playing an honest game. What the hell?
All right. Listen here. Time to shut up. And I take out the big stack of cash that I won from him and I slap it down on the table. Chris B. Shue, you worked for Tabletop a few years back, didn't you?
Yeah. Why?
Because I'm willing to give you a lot of this money back if you can help us with something.
Well, I don't know what I could help you with. I mean, there's nothing really I could do for you.
Well, I don't know if that's exactly the case, because what we're after is information.
Look, those are my savings, man. I was trying to get off this island. I've been in that penitentiary like twice already since I quit Tabletop, and you know, this was my last bit of cash. I just thought maybe if I saved up enough, I could get off this damn island.
Yeah,
I'll do whatever you need within reason, of course.
You're gonna do whatever we need.
Oh man.
And I say to him, and then we flash forward with all the information we have as our van is refueled and we're ready to go.
Oh, I like the way you kind of did that.
Well, we can do it, but I know you said you wanted to push the tempo. I figured.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
how do you want to? We can do it. I'm just thinking like.
No, that's great. I love it. It's a segue, and then as you open your,
I figure there's like a wipe transition to like in Star Wars, where it's like you're gonna give us everything we have.
As you open your fly, it's like this. Your fly opens, and then it goes into black, right?
And then we're standing out by the thing.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But what I wanted to show you was what he gave you. And he gave you, ultimately, this map to the main floor of the Tabletop building, okay?
Biggest corporation in the world, 300 stories, 90,000 locations around the world, but that's the floor we need.
Well... No, this is just the main floor.
I'm just joking.
And ultimately, what this is, as he explains it, is that there's the main entrance, and there's a big security desk and security center here, where there's lots of security guards. Okay, over here is an information center. There's elevators that go up, male and female bathroom. But
2077.
apparently
they don't have
You'd think
gender
they'd
neutral.
have gender. Come on.
I don't.
You know what's funny?
I don't know which one I'm supposed to go into.
You know what's funny? I was going to put that on it. I totally forgot. I had this redrawn somewhere else, but I had to draw it up tonight because I couldn't find that one. And underneath here is an access panel to the basement where apparently the server room is. Okay?
So it's under the elevator.
So apparently you can access this. Ultimately, this is what you're given, is that underneath the elevator, you can access the server room, which is in the basement. It's in the deep, deep basement.
I call
of
not
this
being
building.
Emilio Estevez in the original Mission Impossible, where he's on top of the elevator. Ah!
Was that Emilio Estevez?
I know. I didn't think it was either.
Oh.
It is.
It is? I thought
Yeah.
you were just making that
I
up.
swear to God. All right.
Well, I believe you.
So we paid the
Okay.
turtle man.
Well, now your fuel is full. That's going to be 1,000 million.
Did you fill it with premium or petrol?
Oh, it was just regular.
Oh, damn it! It needs.
Maybe I will have to just empty and start again.
No. I'm just kidding. Here's your 1,000.
Oh.
How much? 1,000 Nuyen?
Oh, did I say 1,000? I meant 5,000.
Well, it did take quite a long time.
Yes.
Here's 4,000. All right.
Well, it's
Yes,
$5,000.
we won't. I know this type of island. I've been to places like this before, and it's all about the haggle. You have to haggle when you go to places like this, and we just don't have the time to haggle. So I'm going to give you 4,000 right off the bat. It's a good deal. It's a good price. 80% of what you initially offered, which is what you'd want, right?
I take out the extra
Well-
1,000 and pay the guy.
If you okay, he takes
And
it.
I turn to Charlie and I say, Charlie, you got like a $4 million payday coming in like
I
a day.
will be right back
Let's
with
just-
your receipt.
And I've got lots of extra money. I just like the guy. I like talking to him.
He's quite cute, I gotta say.
I will get your receipt. I'll be right back.
And he starts to waddle off.
Do we need a receipt?
Let's just go. I'll get it from the cloud.
Yes. The cloud.
He can
get a.
He can
get a
text
receipt.
us the receipt.
So you go and you take off as you did before, because last time, Justin, you rolled and the autopilot system works magnificently. And sure enough, you make it off the ground, and you go like this. You're like this. Doot, 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 doot. And then you go from here.
Directions
and then
from
you
here.
go- and then you need to go. Here you are. That's
So where are
you
we
need to go.
exactly? We're just north. Oh, just south, just east of Frankfurt. Okay.
Actually, I had an actual place, but now I can't remember where it is. So you going here,
I've driven through Frankfurt.
and that's one of the things that you found out. Also, Kevin, on your recent Matrix search, is where the headquarters are located, which was just south of
That would be pretty
the
public knowledge,
Germany
though.
sign.
Yeah.
I figured it out.
Good stuff, Kevin.
Thank you.
Let's
So-
park somewhere that's not too conspicuous, you know. It's a good getaway location.
Yeah.
Who's here? And I'm like putting it down like
On
in the
top
middle
of Seder
like-
Crop.
Like exactly.
It's blocking the entryway where most of the employees go in.
Yeah, people are like running away, like papers are floating everywhere.
So you find this big abandoned looking building, and that's where you begin to set it down. And as you landed on the building, or the roof of this building, which looks like it's got an access panel into the roof, and so on and so forth. So you figure, okay, great. You landed on the roof, you'll be able to go down. It looks abandoned anyways, and it's kind of like it's in another wasteland area. So you figure, okay, great. We'll start out here, but it's still walking distance to the city. Talk about a prime location, eh?
It's pretty perfect.
But as you enter, you've landed on this roof, and as you get down the stairs, which are like here, you realize that you're like on the top shelf of this big shelving, industrial shelving space, and you're gonna have to get down to the ground floor.
Look at all these paint pictures.
Yeah.
I know.
Wait.
This looks like someone didn't succeed.
So it looks like a storage closet.
So we're, like,
And
on top of a shelf?
yeah,
Are we
yeah, you're on
tiny?
top of a shelf.
Is it a very, very big shelf?
Yeah.
Is this like inside the building or outside the building?
Is
This is
everything in
inside the
Germany
building.
just very big?
So
Is
we
Germany
found
Honey I Shrunk the Kids world? Like, did we shrink as we landed?
It's just what Germany is.
That looks like the door
like-
of a pantry.
Filled with this scrap metal stuff.
It's an old Amazon warehouse.
Yeah,
Where-
exactly.
Is anybody else having a really tough time picturing this? I'm trying to figure out what...
So we're on the roof and we find a hatch. And we open the
This
hatch.
is a
and
down-
We jump down to what we think is a floor, but it turns out it's the top shelf.
I
of a shelf.
kind of
Right.
picture
Can we
giant
call
cans
it
of
like
tomato
the
soup.
top floor? The top floor of a...
Of a,
Right,
of
it's
a,
a big
of a
shelving.
giant's pantry.
This was
Yes,
this was
exactly.
Amazon's BMW facility.
I just
It's
picture
like a
hiding behind
giant-
giant soup cans and like rolls of paper towel.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like these giant soup cans and rolls of paper towel, they're all massive steel, wrought iron structures. Okay. And as you enter, you hear banging and clanging down here.
If it's a giant, I'm giving up.
And then you hear on the roof above you.
Fee fi fo fum.
No, you
All
hear.
right.
Oh, there's something up here. Oh, there's a. I'm trying to do my best German accent.
That's so racistly Chinese. Yeah, do it again.
He's not racist Chinese if he's trying to be German.
That's,
Yeah, really.
That's just
There's
accidental.
a plane up here. There's a plane on the roof. Someone is trying to get in. And you realize that you've landed on a gangster's hideout. Oh
a
my
German
goodness.
gangster that speaks English with a German accent.
Yep.
I got it. Okay.
Yep, exactly. So as you step off, as you enter this shelf, you hear above you that there's like, this gangster on the roof, as well as you look down and you can see there's like gangsters on the floor down here, and they're like, this is their gang area, and so there's like, guns and stuff, and they've got. This part was not really thought out, but my point is, you got to fight these gangsters.
Oh, man. You said gangsters on the roof, and I'm
Deal.
thinking like
Fiddler
fiddler
on the roof.
but-
That's what I'd love to.
Fiddler, please.
I wish I knew the music.
I'm gonna run behind a giant Campbell's soup can.
Doom, boom, doom, doom.
I'm gonna hide.
Excellent.
Uh,
So you're hiding behind a giant soup can,
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
and you two?
Do they see us?
They have not seen you yet. They've heard a noise on the roof, and someone went up to explore, and they realized that there's like someone in the building.
Mm.
But there's obviously more based on the size of the space than just the 3 that are here.
Cool.
These gangs of 3, they are so annoying.
I hate them. I will cast improved invisibility.
It's kind of perfect though when you think about it, because realistically there's only 3 of us. So if there's 3 of them coming at us, we could each take one and kill one. It's really good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're gonna cast improved invisibility.
Yeah, myself.
Ich habe Gecko Tape Gloves und ich will tragen die Gloves.
I will beat them with my charming personality.
Climben an das
The Germans love charisma.
und in warten until they are underneath me, and then I drop them down.
And what are you gonna do after you cast invisibility, Kevin?
I just don't want to get shot. Is my whole plan.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Solid plan.
probably pull out my Glock, or
Okay.
my Colt rather.
Glockenspiel.
Which I forget her name, but it's probably something really good, like geranium or. Remember
Gymnastics.
they were all flowers.
Little flowers, right?
The gun? It's a manhunter?
Um, Yeah, we need. Yeah, I have a Colt, man.
Yeah, the name of it. Violet or
And I think I'm probably gonna try to get to a position where I can like cover where Charlie's at.
Okay. And Charlie, what are you doing?
So I, you might not have understood me.
Yeah, no, I did.
Because of your awesome accent.
I
German's too
put on
good.
gloves and I begin climbing up the wall, going on the ceiling. They're gecko gloves.
Oh, cool. Okay, so you're on the ceiling.
Yeah.
And Ash is hiding behind a
Soup can.
soup can. And
Giant drum
you,
of
Kevin, you've rolled.
Kevin is gonna like crawl on his belly, invisible.
Okay.
So when he casts a spell on himself, essentially he just like goes.
Yeah.
And then goes invisible, kind of.
Yeah.
Like he's trying. You know what? He tries to mimic the effect of Charlie's invisibility gear because he thinks that's really cool. So it looks kind of like that. He like goes all modelly and then transparent. Then he like goes down on his stomach and he like army crawls. Like he's like thinking that he's Charlie right now. He's like, I'm gonna help Charlie. I'm gonna like do a really good job. He like army crawls to the edge of the shelf.
Right.
And just like points his gun down, and he's like, he's just waiting for Charlie to make the first move, but he's thinking like suppressing. He's gonna yell like suppressing fire, which might like give his position away, but he'll be invisible. So.
Why are you shouting that? You're not shooting.
So
he's waiting.
As you guys all get into position, you hear the man on the roof yell, "They are somewhere in the building. There is a little aircraft on the roof. They are in the building. Check the shelves. Check the shelves." And you hear two other men on the ground floor go, "We will check the shelves." And they start to ascend the shelves via ladders that are on the thing. So they haven't found you yet, but you know, you're sitting there kind of doing nothing. You guys just want to hide or what?
I'm hiding.
Okay, is that it? Okay.
I've got my chameleon suit on.
Great.
I've got that activated while I'm hanging on the ceiling, waiting for someone to go near underneath me.
Okay, fantastic. And then down from the roof walks one individual.
Sorry, what I'll do then is I will hide, but I will hide under where Charlie was last. That way, we're at least together. And if I get like, oh no, then he can just drop down on top of it.
Perfect.
The old
roof,
one
you're
too,
hiding.
as we call it.
Kevin's invisible.
I feel like we still have the like microphone setup that we figured out during the casino because that works really well.
Totally.
So
Yeah.
in his microphone, he's like, Charlie,
Yes.
do you want me to shoot him?
Yeah, that'd be good if you hit him.
You want me to do it?
Well, I mean, inevitably we need to escape this somehow. So
Not
maybe
right
should
now.
we consider-
Just keep it aimed on him, and if shit goes to shit, then we'll all shoot.
There's three guys. There's three guys coming up the ladder. They're coming up the ladder towards me.
It's okay.
Oh,
They
right.
might-
Is there a way to knock down the ladder?
well, they might just hold on. They might
No,
just
they're
shoot
like
Gary and leave
welded to the walls. So the guy comes down to the top floor and he's looking around and he's getting closer and closer to you, Ash. And he's kind of like this skinny white guy wearing only a leather vest, and he's got a big red pointy
Mohawk.
mohawk.
Cool.
Yeah, and he's just got leather pants and chains, and he's like, "I'm looking for them up here, but I'm not finding them."
And I'm
And
just gonna
he's-
stay hidden. Because you never know. Maybe they just won't see us. Stay
And
crouched. I'm gonna crouch down.
You're just crouching in the middle of the
No,
shelf.
I'm behind a big soup can.
and
What's the ladder made of?
they're steel, and they're
Smaller
like
soup cans.
Yeah.
welded to the sides. You know.
True, yeah.
Actually, interesting side note: this whole area came to me from a dream. It was like this weird, fucked up dream.
Oh, did it? It doesn't
Yeah.
seem like it at all.
Oh, really? Is it that obvious? Okay, sorry.
No.
No, it's good. I love playing
and then
dreams.
and then he says, "I hope they are not here to steal our oh fuck, what's the word I'm looking for? Parachutes. I hope they are not
Casino?
here to steal our parachutes."
And I'm like, I look at the other two. I'm like, we gotta get parachutes.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
And sure enough, we'll roll a perception, Ash.
Sure enough.
Sure enough.
It's genetic.
It's so genetic.
You guys are freaky.
No, because
Sure
you
enough.
said it too, Joe, and I know Chris has said
I
it
never
too.
say it.
You have said it. You said it once in D&D, and Chris said it once in Diaspora or Diaspora. I don't think I've heard Justin say it yet. I am rolling what? Sorry, perception.
Yes, perception of 4, which is also, I don't know. What do you mix that with? Body, maybe?
Ooh.
Let's say 7. So roll a 7.
The body of Christ compels ya. 1.
So you're counting
I
the
got
number
1
of hits
5.
you got?
Yeah. 1 5.
Okay, that's enough.
Let's see.
You look down and you're sitting on a box that says parachutes.
And I throw one to
German.
Kevin, and I throw one to Charlie, or I do a really comical scene where I'm like, "What the heck is parachute? Does anyone speak German? What the fuck is a parachute?" It's got this little. Anyway, I strap it on my back, and
I think it's a fungus, a type of fungus.
And
I
Kevin,
want the German translation to be even more literal. Actually, let's see.
Parachute.
Yeah, just
Parachute.
parachute.
Is it?
No, I'm just kidding. You keep doing
Kevin,
it.
Kevin, you are looking over the edge and you're seeing them climb up the ladders, and now they're on the second shelf of 3.
It's quite literal. Fallstream.
4 shelves. They're on the second shelf of 4. And Charlie, you're looking down and you're seeing on the other side of the shelf that one of the gang members has made it up to the 3rd shelf, and he's looking on the 3rd shelf, and so they're getting closer.
Oh, sorry.
The one on the top shelf is getting ever closer to Ash, and he's going, "I will check on the box of parachutes."
I have it strapped to my back, and the minute he gets close, I'm just gonna jump off the edge.
Oh, I love it.
I think simultaneously Kevin's gonna take a shot at one of the guys who's climbing up.
Oh yeah, no.
Cool.
I gotta shoot too. I'm gonna jump off backwards and shoot like. Bam, 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 bam. We'll both do it. You can go first. But when I jump off, I want to shoot too because that sounds real cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, Charlie doesn't want to jump down because he doesn't have a parachute.
No, I threw you one. I threw you a parachute and I threw
Yep,
Charlie
I've
a
got
parachute.
one.
Why would you throw
I've got a
parachutes?
parachute on the ceiling. It's just like a floating parachute.
I figured you guys are just like near me.
Floating backpack.
Like I toss it to you like yo, here, parachute. And you're like,
Yeah, and he did, because he did say he tossed you each one. So maybe he just tossed it, landed beside you there, Joe.
And I'm like, yo, Kevin, there's a parachute on your bike.
So a parachute appears to hover in midair and put itself off.
Yeah.
No, I tossed it to you. You put it on.
I'm invisible, dude.
Oh, but I would have seen. But I can hear. Kevin? Where are you?
No, you know where you know.
Fallschirm.
Is that what it is in German?
Yeah, but it's pronounced. Hold on.
Fallschirm.
Fallschirm.
So it's basically like a falling umbrella, because a Regenschirm is umbrella.
Water shield.
Rain shield.
Fall shield? Yeah.
Fallschirm.
That's pretty funny. It's so literal.
German is like that. Like
yeah. What's butterfly again?
Oh, Schmetterling. That's not really literal. That's just crazy. Schmetterling.
Schmetterling.
But like, if you were to do like
those Schmetterling kids,
like krank means sick, right? So if you have like a hospital, it's a kranken house, sick house, and if you have an ambulance, is a Krankenwagen.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I remember hearing that. Yeah.
My whole life now makes sense.
Okay.
Get to the Krankenwagen.
And so he throws you each an umbrella, a
fall shield.
A fall shield.
Thank you.
And can I also suggest you take an extra, because there's a box of 6.
Of course, Ash don't leave anything to be taken behind.
There you
blah,
go.
Blah blah.
Smart thinking.
I'll take.
There's always
everyone takes an extra backup.
There could always be an opportunity flying a small jet where you need.
Like the one we have parked on the roof right now.
There you go. And so, what do you jump, Ash?
Wait until they get too close to me. And the minute they get close, I pull out Bluebell, I fire 16 times, and I jump off the edge screaming, Yahoo!
Alrighty. So, roll for initiative between the 3 of you. Roll your initiative.
Bum 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 bum.
8d6. 8d6.
Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, I got
2.
2 successes.
I don't think I can.
Excellent.
Oh wait, oh.
What the heck was that?
Do you want me to roll for you, Justin?
Yeah, can you roll for me? My dice stream isn't working.
I can roll for you, J-Board.
J-Bird?
What color?
Are you gonna roll for him then?
Yeah, how many do you roll?
It's your agility plus your initiative, right?
Actually, reaction.
11.
Reaction. Or your initiative. Your initiative is your initiative, so it's a 9. So just roll because it would be
+2. I
You
believe.
got 4 successes, Justin.
I got some diddly squat.
What'd you get? Nothing.
3 ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not
Kevin's
David.
1, 2, 3,
I'm
4,
a,
5, 6,
I'm a
7.
slow person.
No,
And
Kevin,
what'd you-
no.
2, 3.
I'm a slow
4.
girl and a boy.
Okay, so first goes
Love, then comes marriage.
Charlie.
Okay.
Well,
Love and marriage.
I will
technically,
defer.
I guess Ash is gonna go.
My
yeah.
plan is to defer anyways until after Charlie.
Okay, perfect. So
Until after
Imagine you
Charlie.
So
lean
you're like,
to the ceiling
oh.
and you're like, no, after you.
Yes.
you're like about to jump from the roof, and Ash jumps.
No, I'm waiting until they like get, you know. Here's what I'm picturing. They're like walking around real suspicious,
Okay.
like, is there someone up here? And then the minute they turn the corner, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
hello, bam, 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 and like jump off the
That's
edge.
what initiative is. It's time to go bam.
Okay,
So
well, I
that's
didn't know if he
exactly-
actually walked around the edge just yet.
He lankily comes around the corner, and he's like, "I will check on the parachutes. Oh my God, there's up here."
And I say, hope you enjoy the trip. And I jump off and say, oh shit, no, that meant the other way. I should have said that about you. And I start firing. Bam, 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 bam,
And he
bam,
looks
bam.
all confused until you start shooting at him.
Yeah.
And you know what? I hate the combat in this. I just want this to be over.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. Not really. Not really. I'm enjoying the game, but the combat is so difficult. We're gonna make it
I
real
do
simple.
hate this rule system, I have to say.
I didn't read
not
anything
that I-
about guns,
I-
by
It's
the
not that I
way.
hate it. I just
No,
don't
no,
have
I hate
time
it.
to
I hate
master
this
it.
rule system. I hate this. I hate that the attributes are like BARSCILWE. I hate that you roll so many d6s.
There are so many skills. There are literally tens and tens and tens of skills.
Yeah, and they seem like they overlap. Like a lot of them don't. I feel like they could just use more general words for things. Like,
It's just a lot of shit for a
They
DM
might-
to know.
yeah, I
Well,
just,
how many editions do they have to Shadowrun? Like, is it
5,
they're only
I think.
5 editions?
5 or yeah, I'm pretty sure 5.
Yeah, I
Or
think
Really?
so.
Oh.
5.
6.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all.
I wonder if there's like a preferred edition. Like
It's a very ugly system.
3 was preferred over 4. for
People were
D&D.
asking us if we were playing 5.
Yeah,
No, it's
we're
just
playing the
4.
anniversary edition, 4th.
Yeah,
The
the
thing is-
20th.
Love the world though. I think the inclusion of like all these species in like a cyberpunk sort of future, very very neat. Hate the
Yeah.
rule system though.
And I mean, I can totally understand why you would love this. I mean, there is a lot of great stuff in it if you're really into the rules,
Details.
which I've never
But
really
even
been a rules
so, but
person.
I think there are.
It's, no, that's no. I love rules.
I was
but
just about to
it's
say,
so
yeah, you
crazy.
can
Okay.
still love rules. I don't like the way they're presented. I don't like the necessity of the rules. I don't like so much of it.
I feel like we're gonna lose a bunch of followers now.
No,
they
really.
don't like Shadowrun.
I'm
Don't
kidding.
Look, I think
I don't
think
think so.
people who have watched this far get that we just say it like we feel it, and I think
Of course.
we're all straight up.
Of course.
If
And with
anything,
that
we
being
respect
said-
our honesty.
That being said, let's fucking shoot some.
Just tell me what I need to roll, because I don't even know. I got a gun
So,
here, but I
You're
just-
gonna roll pistols of 2 plus agility of 3, and just for fun, use your charisma of 5 for that fun, for that awesome, John.
1, 2, 3. So I got 3 successes then.
Oh,
3
great.
successes.
And then they're gonna roll.
bad gun boy.
And then
My
they're gonna
other
roll.
My other issue with the system, just while
Yeah,
Alex
yeah.
is figuring out what to roll, is that every single defensive check requires the GM to constantly roll, rather than just hitting, like, a number like AC.
Mm.
It just means so much more work for a person in the game who already is bearing the brunt of the storytelling,
Yeah.
Yeah.
essentially.
No, it's very true.
I just,
Which
I don't like anything about it.
I'm gonna do.
What is essence? Then why is mine 5.7? What's 0.7? Like,
I'll
look,
go into it later on.
but I'm just saying, like you got attributes, sure. Okay, you got initiative passes, you got all these, and then you got a 0.7 for your essence.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Long story short, essence
No,
is
no.
like.
I'm more just saying it for.
Well, no,
comic,
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
Essence is the amount of life, your essence of life. If you have no biomechanical items attached to you, you have full essence of 6. That's the max you can have. If you are magical, I think you might be able to add essence, but don't quote me on that. But every time you put biomechanical on you, it reduces your essence of life. So like you're essentially like, if you get down to 0 essence, there are some things which challenge your essence, and if you get down to 0, then you die. So
Okay.
the more
I'm more saying,
if you want to be a biomechanical character,
right? But I'm saying, what does 5.7 mean? Do I roll? 5?
It means that you've had work done.
Right, but how is that like a combative skill? If you said I roll,
It's not combative.
But you said there's certain
No,
things that challenge my essence, right?
right?
So like,
and
how does a 0.7 factor into the?
I don't
That's
exactly
all I'm
know,
saying.
but I'm guessing what you could say is if you take damage to your essence, if I believe this is how it works, if you take damage to your essence and then it goes down to 0, then you die. Right? Same as if you have no soul, you just die, I guess. Right?
If I got no soul, I die.
And that, I guess, it's also a limit for how much biomechanical you can add to yourself, because what you have has brought you down 0.3. And I guess what they don't want is someone going full on. You are now a machine. You cannot live if you are only machine.
Fair enough. All right, so I got 3 successes.
What'd you roll?
I got 3 successes, and I jump back shooting.
And he got 2, which is a total of 1, which is 4 hit points. Which for him, he's got 10, so that's gonna be, he's gonna go down to a 6. And he's like, so you put a big hole through his shoulder.
Blam, 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 blam. And as I'm falling, I pull my parachute halfway down, poof, and I start coasting.
And he pulls out a gun and prepares for. Oh, they shot me in the shoulder.
But Kevin's behind him with a yeah, or whatever.
Yeah.
Kevin
So
does.
now it is Kevin's turn, and the way the initiative works is, Charlie, you've deferred. You can jump in really any time between the next player. So if you want to jump in, now would be the time. But it sounds like you're going to defer to after Kevin. What do you do, Kevin?
Yeah, so Kevin has heretofore been immobile on his stomach. Ash kind of jumps off into midair without too much of a warning and starts firing. And so Kevin, I would imagine, has to use some kind of part of his turn to get up and at him, as it were, and then wants to take a shot at the guy that got a bullet hole in his shoulder.
Well, since we're on the topic of
Let's get crunchy.
yeah, since we're on the topic of this, might as well talk a little bit about how the role, how initiative and combat all works. I'm just looking for something while I'm talking. There are free actions, simple actions, and complex actions. And in any action phase, you can take 2 free actions, 2 simple actions, 2 free actions all the time, plus either 2 simple actions or 1 complex action. So your free actions include running, drop prone, which would also be get up from prone,
Okay.
Drop object, call a shot. Simple actions would then be fire a weapon, insert a clip. Oh, so technically, Harlan, yeah, you took 2, which we didn't do this last time. So you could take 2 actions in your action phase. So
And 2 free actions, correct?
2, I think it's actually 1 free action. Give me 1 second. Character take a free action during his own action phase or at some point later. Character may not take free action. Oh, where does it say it?
So you can run somewhere when it's not your turn?
Yes.
Interesting.
That's weird.
Okay. That makes sense.
Oh, where does it say it? I'm sorry.
No, please. You are the Shadow Master. The A good mustache you have going on, by the way.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
getting really close to the camera a lot during Shadowrun, so we get to see a lot of your up-close facial characteristics.
Game concepts. Here we go. Oh, I should have had this open from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I made myself notes. Simple actions. Oh, using. Oh, oh my god, I had it here too.
Just do improv rules, Alex. When in doubt, say yes.
But he wants to do justice to the system, which I appreciate.
Yes,
I
one
very
free
much
action.
appreciate it.
One free action, 2 simple actions, or 1 complex action. So ultimately,
Let's use Harlan's turn as an example, because he already acted.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
So he threw himself off of a shelf. He
that's your
opened the
free
carriage,
action. That's one simple action, I would
and
say.
then he fired a gun, which
And
is
that would be another simple action.
Yes,
Which
except,
performed correctly.
just to clarify, I would do the open parachute after. Only because I don't want to be, I want to be clear of, like, the guys shooting at me before I pull the parachute. Like, I want to be, like, near the ground, that's all. I don't
You
want
only
to
did
be, like,
2 things, technically, then.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? Standing up is actually a simple action.
That's what I figured. Because
So-
standing up is so much easier than just
Yeah.
throwing yourself on the ground.
Right.
Or, sorry,
There's a
standing up
more
is
difficult.
much harder, yes.
Right.
So, as my 2
So free action,
what the
2
fuck
simple-
was it? Simple.
Yep.
As my 2 simple actions, Kevin is going to stand up and open fire.
Right. Okay.
And
Perfect.
I still have a free action, do I not?
Yes.
So after I open fire, I'm going to fucking run and jump off of this shelf.
I'll give it to you. Excellent. But it looks
Um,
like we're going to be waiting to the next turn to open up a parachute. So.
Yeah, which is fine because, I mean, you said we're 3
Yeah.
stories up.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
fall
yeah.
9.8 meters per
It's like
second squared.
such an insane thing that I had this dream where we were parachuting in this fucking building. It was fucked.
How
Those are
tall?
fun.
How tall are these shelves? I'm just
Like
curious.
really tall. They're like 15 foot story. Like
Great.
a good.
And how long is a turn in Shadowrun? Is it like D&D 6 seconds?
Yeah, it's short. I don't know exactly how long it is.
How
'Cause
long
if
does it
it's-
take to?
Well, 9.8 meters per second squared.
Yes.
Times 3 is
You know what,
in
though?
feet
I
roughly.
loved
So
it.
like 30 feet a second. We're not going to get to our next turn before we get to open these parachutes.
I love it so much. I'm gonna allow you to open that parachute.
Okay, great.
You're not gonna be hitting the ground anytime soon.
Okay.
The building is twice as tall now.
I
Because
just
you know what
wanted to do
happens?
math.
You know what happens in Alex's action sequences? It's like this. And time slows
Which,
down.
If we were playing Feng Shui, I want that
Right?
to be all of it.
Sorry.
Plus,
Yeah,
can we get
exactly
back to Feng Shui? So fun.
So you're gonna
Um,
roll your shooting, and who you aiming at?
I'm aiming at the boy who got his shoulder hurt.
Okay, perfect. So
And I have a meager 4, I believe, 3 agility plus 1 pistols.
okay,
Let's see how Kevin Mucho does it. I got
roll them up.
one success.
Do it.
And this guy only has 1, and the defender wins. So you don't hit him.
Kevin essentially
That's okay.
fires his gun, and I will say that because, I mean, if I get to narrate it, because Ash just hit this guy, he like stumbles, and Kevin's shot goes wide.
Yes.
Okay.
Say it again.
Just because Ash just hit
Yeah.
this guy, with he kind of
Right,
like
he stumbles,
stumbles
yeah,
and takes
yeah.
the hit, and so where Kevin was aiming, his shot goes wide.
Exactly. You know what? Your aim was bang on, but he just happened to move at that particular moment.
And then Kevin like takes a look behind him and just starts fucking running and jumps. Yeah.
All right, Charlie, you're sticking to the roof.
Oh, and I'm invisible this whole time.
Oh yeah, exactly. So
Right.
you're like, this backpack goes flying off.
No one sees me run.
2 backpacks because you're holding one, right?
Right.
I'm gonna drop a smoke grenade beneath me,
Nice.
Ah, the smoke grenades.
The
Excellent.
classic one. I'm just gonna drop one down. I'm just trying to shroud the ladder a little bit.
Yeah, you do. Where do you drop it? Onto the fourth shelf? Where the guys...
Where the guys are.
Okay, because
Where's
there's
your
one on the
shot?
third, one on the fourth, and one on the... Or one on the second, one on the third, one on the fourth. So you're dropping on the one on the third shelf?
Yeah.
Yeah, spread it out a bit. So the third shelf just fills with smoke. And you guys are thinking to yourself, holy shit, I hope the rest of these gang members don't come home.
And I'm gonna put on my repelling gloves.
Excellent.
Drop down to the ceiling. I'm gonna grab onto the ladder. I'm just gonna slide down.
Oh, cool. So
Do you kick anyone on your way down? Is there anyone?
No,
on-
I walk past a guy who's like staggering back, and he's like looking around, and he's all scared. So I say, "Excuse me," and I gotta push him off to the side, and then I go down the ladder.
Cool. Cool.
excellent. So I'm picturing you over here. And I didn't draw the ladders in, but you're sliding down the ladder. You drop from here and you slide down the ladder. And you kick the guy that's on the second shelf. Or you just look at him and say, excuse me, and you slide past him. Right?
Nice.
And that's
So
sort of your simple action.
Oh, well, I feel like I did a lot. I like dropped
Yeah.
from the ceiling. I put on my gloves. I walked to the end. I dropped a smoke
Yeah.
grenade.
Oh, that's right. You
Went
did drop
down
the
a
smoke
ladder.
grenades. That's
smoke
right.
grenade and gloves, I would say, are the two simple actions.
Yeah, and then
Movement is
slid
a
down the
free
ladder is a free one. So and you
There's
you make
two
it down to the
you-
bottom.
At the top level, right? The one guy who came from the roof, the one guy who reached the third level, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm still on the ladder
Okay.
in the second.
And I
when
just
next
realized the
round
time.
happens.
So what I'm gonna do is say that you guys all make it to the bottom, and these guys are just kind of in a disarray, and you end up skipping out of there, no problemo. Okay, and this is only because I want to get the story kind of moving.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you guys have anything else particular you want to do here?
Well, we've got
Kevin-
all these parachutes. Like,
Right.
we could have a flying vehicle.
Kevin farts on his way out.
You might have a better use for these parachutes at some time or another.
Fair enough. We'll hold on to them.
Hint.
Hint.
Harlan's been quiet a while.
Yeah.
UNBRB. Let's talk about what he could be doing.
Probably pooping.
Should we do the mid-game
Probably.
post without him?
No, we're gonna go into the mid-game pose as soon as he comes back. But that being said, you guys escape from this little abandoned building. You know where your thing is. You know where your jet engine is. You know it's locked up and safe. And you head into the city where Seder Krupp is located. And let's go to the mid-game post.
Yay!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the mid-game post. It's the time where we stop the action and we jump over to the Facebook group where you guys are going to answer a question for us, either about this game or maybe the series of games that we're currently running. So, Alex, our GM, our Shadow Master, what's your question for tonight?
Let's see. What is a good question for tonight? How about
Make it about mechanics.
what?
What is
Okay, what-
essence?
No, what is? Yeah, really. What was the name of the bar that these three went into at first, and we named it on the stream here?
We did.
I don't even remember. I don't even
Yeah,
remember.
you did. You'll remember it when it comes out.
It was
Oh.
a pun, was it not?
Yes, I
It's
remember now.
reference.
Sorry, yeah,
It's
no, I do
reference.
remember. It was a reference to Numenera. Oops,
Well, now you just gave it away.
I'm so bad. What was
Mid-game
the
post.
name of the bar?
As the bar.
Yeah, that's the
bar.
question. Yeah, that's
Aww.
that's.
I just thought of a
Yeah.
really cute bar
Yeah.
idea.
What's that?
The bar.
It's called BAA. It's BAA, and it's
and it's
farm animals. Farm animals.
You should see BAAH. BAH.
Okay.
Ba.
Well, fine.
The bar.
Jesus.
And you should open it in Boston. So be like, yo, you want to go to the bar? And they'll be like, yeah, we'll go to the fucking bar. Let's go to the fucking bar.
No,
all the,
not the
all the
bar.
waiters
The
wear
bar.
those, like big cowbells when they walk. Like, ga-dong. It's very, very annoying.
You know, like the fucking shape. Now I'm doing Australian again.
Australian.
It's a moving target.
Let's go to the fucking bar.
It really is.
Zero.
You made a fucking
Zero's.
bar.
I thought she said.
Oh man, I just want so many overalls.
Says woo now for a food run, which I totally am on board with. But I thought she said now for a good run, and I was like, "You're going for a run?
Damn it, see
Mid-game
ya.
post run?
Yeah.
So powerful.
Gonna run until we're done.
Well, maybe she's running to get food.
Eh,
It's like,
eh.
There you go.
I mean, that's what food run means typically.
Typically, I'm gonna go on a food run, like a beer run. You know, you go on a fucking beer run to the fucking bar, and you go buy some beers.
Bah.
Welcome to the
food
bar.
run. It's like just a run to the phone, really.
And I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Be right back.
And you just have like farm animals walking around the fucking bar, and there's like straw all over the floor, and you can like, and you got like a little turny crank thing at each of the tables where you can feed them, like feed.
That's right. Yeah.
You'd be
like,
shut down for so many health violations. It's so funny.
You look down at one point and your scarf's getting eaten.
Yeah. Welcome to the bar. Let me take you
Bar.
water.
I don't know. I think I would go a different angle. I would make it like a yarn store, like a knitting yarn supply craft store.
Ooh.
It's
That's
called
also
the
a
Bar.
bar.
It's called the Bar, but then it's in Boston. So then people are like, let's go to the bar. And then it's like girlfriends can trick their boyfriends, or boyfriends can trick their girlfriends. Boyfriends who like knitting. People who like knitting can trick their significant others who don't like knitting to go to the bar.
This vast, overwhelming people who want to go to the knitting store on a Saturday night at 8 o'clock.
Yarn nerds get
Man,
to trick
I
their
really need more yarn.
That's the only time they're wrong.
I need to fucking get Jimmy to go to the bar
Wow,
with
you
me.
guys fucking overdressed.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, look at all these fucking knitted hats.
Oh
Yeah, I don't
my
know. There's a lot of different options with the bar.
That's one of those stores that I walk by and I'm like, damn, I wish I had a reason to go in there. It looks so, I love the colors are all organized.
But you know, you go in for 5 minutes, walk around, feel awkward about anything, and then you're like, and then you walk out again.
I've made some shitty scarves before.
Yeah.
And, but I feel like buying that like schmancy overpriced wool is just a waste of money because I could buy a much nicer scarf for way less money than the wool is and spend so much less money.
True.
Less
Hey,
time.
you know what? In terms of like time per, amount that it's worn, baby outfits, it's not a very good, time spent making
Henry
it. The
wore
time spent
that.
worn with a baby.
What?
Literally the time I was there.
Yeah. And he was so
It was
hot.
worth it though. It was still worth it.
Totally worth it. Are you fucking kidding? I'm so glad we went to the bar so many times for that. That
bar.
blue and the fucking yellow, it was fucking gorgeous.
You still on
Yellow.
Yeah, apparently.
Justin is an excellent knitter.
He is.
Thank you. Thank you. My girlfriend got me into it. She
So-
made it. It's very cozy.
I
Who
want
we
to
got? Who we got for winners here?
One person, only one person has commented, and they're correct.
Small.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the correct answer and winner for tonight is Michael Carl Weber, the only person.
Awesome, Mike.
Yeah, Michael. Yeah, Michael.
Way to go, Michael. Way to go, Mikey.
Mikey.
Nobody else is commenting on the Facebook.
Hey, Mikey, I think he likes it. I don't know.
Oh no, no. Godpool and Megan both said the Shalad Slammo.
Oh. Oh, that's weird. On my screen, it's only one.
No. Too bad, Michael already won.
Yeah. You know
Sorry,
what?
Michael.
Because we'd
I mean-
probably roll and Godpool would get it.
I mean, sorry,
Fucking
everybody
Godpool
else.
wins every fucking MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Michael. Or, I mean, not sorry, Michael. Sorry, Michael wins is what I mean.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, Michael. You win.
Sorry, not sorry. You earned it. And on my computer.
I rolled just to double check. It would have been Mike anyways. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom boom. Okay, so
Oh.
That's loud.
It was very loud.
Let's see how loud
What, your
this one
screen?
is.
No.
It's not very loud.
What do you mean, no?
I just thought you were going to turn it up or something.
Turn it up.
let's see how loud this is.
We don't use a lot of these sound effects.
No, we don't. Law and Order.
You know
What's
what
my
they
favorite
say?
one?
This
If you
one's my
use
favorite.
too many, if you use too many sound effects, you could turn evil.
No.
That's That's not the sound.
Oh, I got an idea. How about we not do that anymore?
Everyone's just like ripping their headphones out. Like, yes!
Okay, like I said
I'm
to you
totally
guys,
into this.
we're almost halfway done the game.
I'm digging it.
We're not halfway done. We're getting close to the end.
I told you.
But
this
I
is
want
the
to finish
fun
it
part.
tonight.
And Alex
We have
put
an
a
hour
lot
and
of
10
work into
minutes.
this,
All
so
right.
let's take it seriously.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Sounds like Harlan doing that.
Charlie Umber.
So
Charlie Umber at your service.
My hands
I've
are
also
off
poured
it. I'm not
myself
doing
some
it.
bourbon. So
Can you bring me some bourbon, please?
Who needs
I've
bourbon?
got some Jackson tricks here. It's
I've been
basically
drinking
bourbon.
also white wine.
I have some water.
Nice.
Water.
healthy over here.
That would have been a good piece for the tickets.
Let's
Okay.
do this.
So, you guys escape from the abandoned building, the abandoned closet,
But it wasn't a
giant closet.
The giant closet.
You're right. The
Come out of the
gangster
giant
hideout.
closet.
Guys, I'm out of the closet.
Me too.
Me?
The gangster
I was
hideout.
I was never really in it.
And with the coordinates in hand, you make it to
Southern.
Satyr headquarters. Okay?
Really?
Tater crab.
Yeah. I mean, it's a building. It's not like hidden. It's just a
It's like
building.
Google headquarters.
Exactly.
Or Bing, rather.
They've got serious security there, so they're really not too concerned.
All right, but before we go there, I want to stop in a diner across the street.
Oh, come
We do need to. Oh, come on! We're
Just
gonna
finish
fucking
telling
walk
you.
in. I want to
Okay.
figure it out. Let's go in. We go to the
Okay.
diner across the street.
You go to the diner.
But for real, we do want to have a plan. Just because we want to end it doesn't mean we fuck up the ending.
No, this
Is
is
it-
true. This is true.
Is Dinah spelled D-I-N-A-H?
So we grab a
Yes.
quiet booth in the back, and I say, "All right, so that's the building across the way. We got the map that he drew. We know that what am I? Yeah, we know that there's an access under the elevator, but we can't just walk in there and try to steal the blueprints. We still need a plan. So we know that it can't be hacked from the outside. No terminal can penetrate Satyr Crop. But once we're inside, is it possible to hack into the system, Kevin?
Well, I would imagine so. I mean, I've definitely done very cool and important things like this before, so yeah.
The map that we saw of the building showed that there was like a tunnel leading down to like a deep basement. Perhaps we could access it from the sewers?
Possibly. Well, what I'm thinking is this, and I pull out the jacket that we took from Crispy Soup, and I say, this is a Satyr Crop jacket. It's possible that they would have their on-site technicians. But maybe if Kevin can get in there, infiltrate, so to speak, as maybe a replacement technician or something of that sort, he might be able to get in and hack into one of their terminals directly. At the very least, we'd have eyes on the inside and maybe a breakdown.
I mean, Ash, I know that sounds like a good idea to you, but I'm very not good at pretending to be not Kevin. I could just be invisible.
Do that
so.
again, Kevin.
Kevin.
All right. Well, look, I'm just saying that all three of us can't walk in there. I mean,
I know, but I can be invisible and hack in, like you say, and then you can have the jacket,
right.
the face.
The two
right?
you can both be invisible, right?
Yeah, dude.
I can be semi-invisible. If I don't move, I'm invisible.
Right.
I can be invisible to normal senses, including thermographic vision.
Right.
That's very good
it's
invisibility.
very invisible.
It's better than I can do.
It's improved.
Ah.
Well, I mean, realistically, then I guess I'm the only one that needs to figure out how to go in, so I might as well wear the jacket. But I mean, what's going to be our cover? I mean, realistically.
And a waitress comes by, she's like, "Yo, I want some coffee."
Yes.
I'm German, y'all.
What brings you to Germany?
There is a large troll, and he says, "Would you like some coffee?"
9.
Nine
Nine cups of coffee.
What about pancakes?
Oh,
Here at No Doubt Diners, we make fabulous pancakes.
My glare turns to Kevin.
I will have some pancakes.
My eyes go wide. I will have pancakes also.
Where can I find 99 Luftballons, please? We're going to flood the lobby
some
with them.
pancakes.
What else do I have that we can use for cool stuff?
Yeah, let's just all like empty our bags at the table. Our double
I got a
bags.
deck of cards. That's about it.
Kevin, You've got a maglock pass key.
I do.
This pass key,
I've got a bunch of lockpicking stuff.
it can be inserted into a card reader's maglock, fooling it into believing it's a legitimate pass key.
Yep.
Okay. So you've
I
got
also
a pass key.
have more mundane lockpicking tools as well for like, I have like mechanical
Auto
and
pickers.
digital lock.
I think you've also got an auto picker.
Yep.
Yeah, which is like a gun
Mhm.
for quick,
That you
effective
just
way of
put
passing
on a
mechanical
lock.
lock.
Jesus Christ.
So I can handle digital and mechanical locks for you.
Excellent, excellent.
It's like kind of like a hobby for me is getting in places where I'm not supposed to be.
Well,
You've
that's a
also
hobby
got
for
an
a lot
auto
of us.
picker, Justin, Charlie.
Yes, I do. I've also got a grapple gun and climbing gear.
Excellent.
Wow, so we get you on
That
the
might
loop.
come in handy.
All right, so just to clarify, the S on this map, we know that they're bathrooms. The S is what?
Security.
And the question mark is we have no idea.
Information.
That makes more sense. And under the elevator is a hatch that will lead to the lower level, which is where the blueprints are being kept.
Not the blueprints, but ultimately it's the servers, these massive computers, from what you understand. That's
Right.
what Scandian has told you.
And these massive computers is where we can more than likely hack in.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
And then from there, we can figure out exactly where the blueprints are and such.
Yes.
Here's my plan. I figure Charlie and I go in undetected. Maybe Ash, you pretend like you're security or else like a maintenance dude or someone who's supposed to be there. You keep a watch out while I access the lower levels. Charlie's gonna keep a watch on the lower levels with his gun and make sure no shit goes down, and you make sure the upper level no one's mounting any kind of security presence. How about that?
Well, I'm thinking that maybe, definitely with you getting in there and hacking in, I think you're going to need to go in by yourself through the under area. Okay. Well, then I think we should move as a unit, realistically. I think all three of us need to be into that room to be able to effectively do it. So maybe we can find someone locally, like a person on the street, to cause some sort of distraction so that I can get in.
I think that's a great idea.
And at that moment, you hear the ding-ling-ling of the front door to No Doubt
fucking
Dinah's.
Carlisle.
Dinah.
And sure enough, in walks this gruff-looking orc in a trench coat and a hat
Forgot about him.
with teeth that come up.
And I'm
underneath.
like, I stand up and I'm like, I would bet dollars to donuts that that's Hermes Carlisle. And of
Did you
all
say it out
Germany.
Did you say it out loud?
I say it to them quietly, and I figured that what are the chances? But I walk over to him.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Well, I mean, he's meant to be our contact. And I say,
More or less.
you wouldn't happen to be Hermes Carlisle.
Well, it depends on who's asking.
I'm asking for your cousin, Brixie.
Oh, you know my cousin? Well, yeah. I just saw him a couple months ago before I came out here and joined the Deutschland Police Corps. And, yeah, I mean, I love it out here, but, you know,
Well,
still not the same as America.
Brixie put us in contact with you. You said you could be a little bit of help over here.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what much help I can be. You know, I know my brother is certainly helpful with lots of different things, but I'm not my brother.
And I kind of wave over Charlie and I say, well, me and my friend Charlie here, we're talking to your brother back in the States, and he thought that you could be help with getting into Seder Krupp across the street.
Yes, indeed. Hermes. Charlie. Pleasure to meet you.
So you're trying to what? Get into Seder Krupp? You want to join their faction there?
In a matter of speaking, yes. But what we really want to do is impress them. Seder Krupp is
maybe I'm not your man then, Charlie, because I'm not too big of a fan of that dragon there's corporation. They seem to take a lot of bucks from the small man and be spending it on the big money. You know?
What would you like to see happen to them?
Well, I suppose I'd love to see them not succeed, especially on this most recent plan. I'm not sure what they have, but I'm not a big fan of weapons. I prefer to keep the peace.
Yes, indeed. Well, we're the same way. Basically, we're looking for a way to get those plans. And I say that keeping my voice down. If you have any information about how we could get in to get those plans, then exactly what you want.
You know, I can't really help you there, son, and I'm very sorry to be, be so negative about this, but there's really nothing I can do. Like I said, I'm not my brother. I play by the rules over here. Now, if you're ever in need of some support, some police to back you up, oh, who knows what could happen going down in these things. But hell, I'm just gonna pretend that I didn't hear a thing. And I'll tell you what, if you need to call me, you can contact me here. And you hear a buzz in your comm link, and he's passed you his information for contacting him. And you know, if you ever get yourself into trouble and need some backup, you know what? Brixie's my brother, and any friend of his is a friend of mine. I have to abide by the law, friend.
Fair enough. Well, I also heard something that maybe you won't, because you're part of the police force. I heard something funny on the way here. I'm not sure exactly what it meant, but there were some people talking outside and saying that just 2 doors down the street from this diner, right across the street from Sadecrop, there's a big drug deal happening. And a number of the big drug dealers are going to be there in exactly 1 hour, which I thought was strange. So it might be something that you and maybe a task force of several squad hover cars would want to investigate.
Well, where did you get your?
Actually, sorry, Charlie. I don't mean to step in here, but I think you might have heard wrong. I think it was one of the front desk men at Sadecrop itself that were part of that drug deal you were talking about.
What?
Oh my goodness! That is right. That is right. They were wearing a Sadecrop uniform, weren't they?
I mean,
He's kind of looking back and forth.
And I say, listen, Hermes, I don't want to do your job for you, but I think these Sadecrop people are pulling a fast one under your steadfast eyes.
Perhaps illegal smuggling?
Kevin actually takes a second and he rifles through a secret pocket in his jacket and he holds up a license. He's like, my name's Kevin Mucho. I'm with the press. Kind of garbles his name. I have a fake press license. That means it's a rating 4. I'm like with the press. Like, I've been following this story for quite some time. I look really young, but I've been on the job for it doesn't matter. So it turns out that these guys are totally corrupt. There's like, you know, the drug that people do these days that's like the worst drug.
Twinkies?
Foundry salts. The Twinkies.
It's worse than that.
Yeah, Twinkies.
It's Bath Twinkies.
Bath Twinkies.
Bath Twinkies.
All right.
They're doing them and they're selling them and they're
Kevin?
making them on the job.
You're the final one to add into this, and I think you have the most credibility. So we're gonna roll for a convincing roll here.
Oh boy.
Okay, but you're gonna use your press. Does your press bat have a number?
It's a rating 4.
A rating of 4. So you're gonna use that in addition to your charisma, and any other charisma related item.
Yeah, I don't really have any. Unless you can give me some kind of advantage because of my collaboration with my friends.
I'll give you 1 for each of your friends.
All right, so I'm going to roll 10 dice.
Oh. Wait, I thought you had something here, Kevin.
My
influence. Yeah, you have an influence skill group. So you got all of them with a level 2.
What do you mean?
So 2. So your influence skill group. See that?
Yes, 2.
Which I thought was really interesting. And then, again, talk about confusing with Shadowrun. Harlan, you've got con, etiquette, and negotiation, I think, right?
Yeah.
All with different skill levels. Like, what's your con? What's your con?
Well, my etiquette and my negotiation are both 5. My con is 4.
Okay, so...
But I feel like negotiation and con...
Whereas Joe has an influence skill group, so she's got con, etiquette, leadership, negotiation, but all at a level 2.
It's a skill group, like all.
Exactly. So she's
skills in
got
the
them all, but they're only a level 2. Whereas if she didn't have them at all, they'd be a 0. You've got individuals that have been increased.
Would you
So-
like me to re-roll or to add dice?
What did you roll?
Out of 10 dice, I got 2 successes.
2 successes.
That's only my charisma.
That's not including that? Roll
That's-
2 more.
Okay.
And you got how many successes? 1, 2.
I got 3 successes.
So 3 total.
Yeah, that's with my charisma, my fake press license.
Okay. Well, yeah, he believes it. Okay,
Great.
so what is the intention here? What do you have him believe
That this fool's gonna bring a squadron of people to what?
Well,
And if he doesn't bring a squadron of people, what would you do as the press? What would you say about the police force?
Well, I mean, I haven't said that this is like on the record or anything, but
look,
I mean-
I'll look into it. I'll look into it. And with that, he kind of storms off, and you see him beeline it for Saderkrupp across the street. And as he walks in, he starts talking. You can see through the big glass window. He starts talking to the security desk.
this is our chance. We gotta fucking move right now.
And I'm like, damn straight. You guys go in, and I take the jacket and I put it on myself, and I kind of say, I think we got to be moving together, but realistically, it's going to be toughest for me to get by, so don't let me hold you up.
Okay, so I don't know if there's any sneaking abilities. Shadowing.
Shadowing is the closest, or infiltration.
Ah, perfect. So who's got infiltration? You do, Justin.
I do.
Charlie.
I have shadowing, which is trying to follow someone without being seen, or else not be followed.
I'll allow shadowing to be used with your agility.
Cool.
Shadowing and infiltration with agility. And Ash.
I don't
I
have any
guess-
sneak skills, so I'm kind of like, maybe I should just go and
Yeah, you go in,
like
talk
up
to it.
front and be like, I need to look at
Why
you,
don't you-
whatever.
Yeah. Why don't you try it?
I can maybe try to influence this person, this like guards who were trying to sneak by, someone's mind to like not
More
look at us.
susceptible? Well, I think I'm just gonna go up front. I'm gonna have to use the bathroom because the bathrooms are on the far side of the elevator. Just be like, listen, friend, I got diarrhea, and I was
Alright.
wondering if you could just let me.
You gonna use the Saderkrupp jacket or no?
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll just do it with confidence. I slap on the Saderkrupp jacket, and I'm gonna walk into the elevators, and I'm just gonna go up.
Okay.
Awesome. So everybody roll your particular items.
I'll let them all go
including-
first
Okay.
because I don't really. Well, no, I'll just go. Yeah, no, fuck it. I'll go as well. I'll just walk in with, I don't know, etiquette. I guess
So
etiquette,
I
right?
rolled-
Yes, you're gonna use your etiquette.
So that's 10 for me.
I've rolled.
Oh,
9.
etiquette? Well, what do you? Oh, yeah.
Only 2 successes.
I got 3 successes on infiltration.
Okay, against etiquette, you're gonna do.
Now, do
So
I get
first
a
of all-
bonus because I'm wearing the Saderkrupp jacket?
Yes. So roll it one more.
11. Oh well, I'll just do one more. And it's a 4. No success.
No successes at all.
No, I got 2.
You got 2 successes.
Yep.
And against the security guards, you failed the success. They got 3. So they say, sorry, the washrooms are not for visitors.
Oh.
And-
And I say I'm not a visitor. I work at Saderkrupp. I'm wearing the fucking jacket.
Okay, great. So now you're trying to con.
Yeah. And now
roll,
it's a totally different
including
roll
con.
of 9.
And while you're rolling that, why don't Kevin and Charlie roll their...
3 successes anyway.
Okay,
I
we'll
did.
stick with you. You rolled 3 successes?
Yeah.
That is success. And he says, I'm very sorry, sir. I totally clued out. Please
wave him off. I said, don't worry.
make
about
sure you show your pass card when you come back before you go up the elevators.
it. Obviously, of course. And I go and I walk past the elevators, and I press the button so that it opens for the invisible people, so that you guys can go straight up.
Excellent.
This is what we plan.
Smart.
Like as I'm walking by, I'm like, pressing the elevators now. When they're open, slip in, and then I go to the.
And you're still wearing all the mics that Kevin gave you
Of
earlier.
course.
Very smart. Okay. I love how you guys all planned this out.
Yeah, this was this was years of planning.
Who's going next, Charlie or Kevin?
Well, I rolled. I got 3 successes.
Okay, you got 3 successes. I am rolling for perception of 3 plus. I'm gonna take one off because, but I'm rolling intuition. But I'm taking one off because he's distracted by both. You got 3 successes?
Yes.
Okay. You fail.
I am the attacker or the defender.
You are the attacker because you're attempting something.
Ah, I see. Okay.
And the defender sees you and you fail. But why don't you try and charm him? Hey,
They see my chameleon
he
suit.
says, "Hey, what are you doing in here?
What are you trying to sneak in?"
Chameleon suit?"
And I stop, and I deactivate my chameleon suit.
Oh, you're
And
wearing
I
your.
do
Did you
slow-
use your chameleon suit?
I was using my chameleon suit, but it's not perfect. It doesn't really give much of an
Did you?
advantage,
But
I stop.
did you include that in your roll?
No, I didn't.
Why don't you re-roll?
Well,
Let's
no,
see
well, it's okay. I'll talk to him. I'll stop.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I deactivate it, and I say, "Well done, well done."
And the guard looks very impressed with himself.
Yeah, and I walk up to him and I say, "What is your name, sir?"
I'm Bishop.
Bishop. My name is Jack Kerouac. I am a third-party entity who has been hired to determine the effectiveness of the security of Sadacrup. And may I just tell you that you are the first out of all of your outposts to actually see me attempting to infiltrate your facility.
Really? Now you're gonna have to roll your something here. Roll something charisma related. So charisma
Right.
of 3 plus. What have you got?
Agility, reaction, I've got some I.
Etiquette. Roll your etiquette.
All
So-
right, 7 total.
So 5. How you get 7?
Because I've got 4 etiquette and I've got 3 for 2 etiquette. 2 etiquette.
2
sorry.
etiquette. Yeah.
2
So
etiquette
5.
plus 3 what? Oh, charisma. Gotcha.
And you know what? I like your story, so I'm gonna give you a bonus. For him.
Okay, I got 2 successes.
He gets 2 successes too. I'm
The
trying to help you out
DC
here,
need
but
to be so much lower for Shadowrun.
I know.
You know what? I'm listening to this.
Yeah.
And I come back from the bathroom, and I press the button again to open it again, hoping that Kevin's going to slip on.
Kevin's invisible.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm pressing the elevator button, so, like, you can get
I
in.
mean, I haven't had to roll it.
Kevin, you just walk right through.
Oh, there you go.
Good.
So you're
I'm
in the
just
elevator.
saying, you just
So
walk right
much of a
through.
distraction.
You're invisible. You've rolled your invisibility. Make sure you deduct your magic.
Yeah.
And I
mean, I do need to
your
roll
stun
for it
damage.
so that you know what the technically, if we want to play the game,
Yeah.
I have to make a spell casting test and use
Which
it
is your-
scored as the threshold for anyone who's trying to successfully notice me.
Right. Which is
Which
stun
is how
damage.
invisibility works.
Yeah. And so sorry to sidetrack, guys, but when you use magic, what you're doing is you're essentially using mana. So in order for Joe to do this, she's going to roll
I
a
did.
damage against her magic. So which is your magic divided by 2 plus 1, right?
So I rolled a 1. Whoever wants to see me has to roll a 1.
Oh, wow. No, but it works. Oh, is that what happens?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
So even invisibility in this, like the NPCs are like all powerful, and we're just like fucking around.
Yeah, you succeed. I rolled
Cool.
a 3. Okay.
So I fail.
Okay, so I'm hearing this and I come out.
What?
You rolled a
failed?
3, which is higher than 1, which is what I rolled for my invisibility.
So wait, does
That
he see you?
success that I rolled in my spellcasting test factors into both the force that it impacts on me, that's like the cost of my spellcasting, but also inversely how effective that spell is.
I don't know if that's
So because
true.
I didn't, yeah, dude. Simply make
Invisibility?
one spellcasting test and use the hits scored, which was 1, because I roll 7 dice for my spellcasting tests, as the threshold for anyone that resists it at a later point. So anyone who might perceive the subject must
Got it,
first
text.
successfully
I'm listening to
resist the spell.
Yes. Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm doing 5 things at once. Sorry, Carl. She's talking to me. I got headphones on and I didn't hear her. Slam.
Bad husband.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Not really.
Anyway, it means that you can detect me by non-visual means such as hearing or smell.
Right.
So
So
maybe
they
Kevin
smell you. Essentially, now you're all standing at the security desk.
Yeah.
3
And
of
I
you.
walk out listening to all this fuckery, and I'm like, "All right, Kerouac and Randall. All right, we're checking the security briefings. Head onto the elevator." And I'll walk past them, like towards the security desks, waving
Right.
Kevin and.
You heard the boss.
Go, go,
Kevin
go,
and
go.
Charlie.
And
And the security guard says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!"
And I cut him off and say, "And your name?"
I'm Bishop.
Bishop, and I'm gonna need your other security guards. And which one spotted
Well-
Caraway first?
What? I did. But why do you need
Bishu
to know
saw.
that?
Actually, I'm doing my job. Bishu saw Caraway first, and sorry, your name?
And the other guy's, "Oh, I'm Salmon.
Salmon.
Salmon Fin.
All right, Salmon Finn. Salmon Finn and Bishu.
Bishop. It's Bishop.
Now let me
Bishop,
tell
sir.
you, we do random spot checks like this every few months to make sure. And I have to say, for as much as you guys have worked the desk, you two are the first that have actually noticed Caraway doing this thing, as well as our Randall here. So well done. There will be a bonus in your paycheck, quite sizable this month for doing your job. Well done, gentlemen.
And they look at each other and they're quite pleased with each other. But the security desk is quite a large desk, and they can't just allow people to talk with them like this. So you're really gonna have to convince them, which means you're gonna have to roll.
That's literally all I do as the face of the team.
So you're gonna roll what your con and charm.
Mm-hmm. Where did my dice go? Oops. Ad hoc.
So
There
9.
we go. 9. Con and charm. All right. And can I get plus
And I'm
one for the
rolling
jacket
6.
still?
Yes, take 1 for the jacket.
Take
Plus
one
for the
for the team.
So 10. You should. I rolled 3 successes. Come on.
5 successes.
All right.
Yay!
Yes,
5,
sir.
6,
Sorry,
5,
sir.
6, 5. Woohoo!
Please go wherever you need to go. Take these 2 with you.
And I say, and
By the way,
furthermore, because we're testing this in other places of the building, if you hear anything about movement from either my partner Randall or Mr. Jack Caraway here, I want you to please just ignore it for the time being. We're going to be doing a few routine inspections on each of the security checkpoints in this building, so please keep it under wraps. You gentlemen have done well. Expect a good bonus in your page this month.
Oh, and they look at each other like, oh, that's.
But any irregularities, please. In fact, we're going to be stopping the elevator at a certain point too. Just don't worry too much about that. Take care.
Meanwhile, Hermes is kind of. Actually, you know what? This is kind of a question mark as well. So give me 1 second, because you're gonna have to. What'd you hit? How many hits did you hit?
5.
You hit 5 hits.
Yeah. I'm just going and now we're piling the elevator. Go, go, go.
Kevin
go,
is-
go, go.
Farting like crazy. He's invisible, but that's how they're detecting him.
Kevin's just farting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Nervous
Hermes.
I told you not to eat that bean and cheese burrito.
Bean and cheese
Pancakes.
pancakes.
Bean and cheese.
Well, that's a German specialty. Can't blame someone for doing that.
Hermes doesn't really he doesn't really get phased. He's interrogating another guy about some. You hear him talking about drugs.
So we get on the elevator, we start raising, and then the minute it gets between the first floor and the second, I pull the emergency stop. All right.
Great. Then what do you do?
There's going to be room on either side of this elevator to climb out, so let's head up. We pop up through the roof, head down.
I thought we were supposed to be going down.
Head down along the side of the elevator, between the second elevator.
Right, okay.
And then underneath it. It's a lot less obvious than waiting on the floor, trying to crank open the things and then go into it. So,
the lighting in the elevator shaft is purple.
I was thinking like deep red, but purple works too.
So here you are, and you're in this elevator here, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Why didn't we get?
Why would we go to that one?
Just kidding.
I was like, what?
So you get in this elevator.
Oh, fuck, we're in the wrong
down.
fucking.
God damn it.
You go down the elevator.
Yep.
And you climb through a hatch in the floor, and
the hatch is like there's a big fan on the end of it.
Yeah.
And it's like through a grate, and it's just like filling it with red light.
Yeah. In the hatch in the floor, as you open it up, it's like a ventilation shaft, and it's going down on an angle.
Ventilation shaft.
Yeah. It's going down on an angle.
Star Wars.
Yeah, I got that.
I just like it.
And as you climb in, what the fuck are my notes?
We have to shut down all the trash
Oh,
compactors.
here we go.
They've gone up the ventilation shaft.
Okay, so you climb down the elevator shaft, the ventilation shaft, and it goes far down, and you guys are crawling on your hands and knees, and it's a downward slope, and so you're kind of sliding, but safely. You're not falling until finally you come to the end of what seems like a very long shaft, and it turns, and you continue going down and down and down, and before you know it, finally you pop open a grate, and here you are into a room. And as you step into the room, there's a small door. It's like a closet, and you open the closet door, and you enter a sort of hallway. It reminds you of the caverns you read of in A Hobbit's Tale, for those J.R.R. Tolkien fans. Though it's not a cavern at all. Rather, you're standing on a platform 200 feet or so, it feels, above the floor, far below you. And surrounding you are massive mega computers. You can't even see the roof of the room. It just doesn't seem to visually exist. The air around you glows green and blue with billions of lines of tiny blinking lights. And here you are in the massive Saderkrupp computer mainframe.
Holy
Welcome.
crow.
Go, go, go. Wait for it.
Christ. Cow, cow, cow. Law and Order. Shit.
Welcome.
I have such a tech boner right now.
I just have a regular boner, but that's
really
because
do.
I'm behind Charlie.
Have to stand right behind me?
Yeah, you feel that? Kevin's farting
Well,
too.
all right. Well, let's get to work. What are we looking for again? Information.
Well, yeah.
Plans.
And we're looking for the blueprints to this god-awful device. It's like a Death Star plan or something. Many boffins died trying to
Kevin's
retrieve
like-
these plans.
Kevin's like, I've been doing so well in the past little while, so I guess I'll just plug in.
Might as well.
No.
Excellent. And just as
I'll
a
keep an eye out
side
for
note.
security.
Huh?
So we'll keep an eye out for security.
Perfect. And you could tell where you are. This is not a place where people normally walk. There are you can hear large fans, going. Keep this. Yeah, and it keeps this. There's no dust anywhere, but like nobody comes down here because this is the supercomputer mainframe. It's not really accessible except for by top key employees or people who climb through ventilation
Or
shafts.
Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible.
Exactly. So, what do you do?
Can you access the Wi-Fi? Like, do you need to be down there physically to plug in, Kevin, or can you just sort of like hackety hack?
I mean, I just need to find like a port or whatever the fuck they're called. Oh, there's one.
Right here in the vent.
Yeah.
You find a node.
Oh, it's called a node.
And actually, it's not really a node, but you know, up and down these mega computers, there's like ports everywhere. And you know, so you technically have the ability to connect anywhere.
Kevin says all
This
this.
is Kevin saying it to us in his deepest.
Everywhere. There are ports everywhere I can connect to. It's so amazing.
I love Winona Ryder.
Why don't you roll a perception there, Kevin?
Kevin wants to roll everything.
So 4 and roll 8.
I'm gonna roll 8 right now.
Logic and perception.
Booyah!
1, 2,
Oh,
3, 4,
fuck,
5.
yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. 1, 2, 3,
6.
4, 5,
Already
6.
downloaded the blueprints. We're good.
So yeah, you look down the gangway that you're standing on, and you see at the end there's a large red light hanging over what seems to be the main terminal. You know,
Look at
this would be the
light.
information accessing terminal. You go down, plug in, access the mainframe. Now you have to roll again for the data search.
It's not no.
So let's add everything up. You're 3 for data search.
Yeah.
You're putting everything into this. So why don't you say 3 for data search, a perception of 2. This is not a visual perception, so you're doing a matrix perception. I'm halving it.
Can I just burn an edge permanently, which means a critical success on any one test?
Yes.
That means my total edge quota goes down by 1. So I
Right.
can only ever have 2 edge now.
Which at
and
this
I
point
just
in the game,
get
use
it.
all the edge you can.
Right. So I just get the thing.
Right.
Okay, hold on, you guys. I think I found the exact correct node, and I feel really good about this. And Kevin logs in, and his eyes just like focus into the matrix, which is like 6 inches in the middle distance ahead of him. And
So
he's
does that-
like, I think I fucking got it.
So you just succeed. Is that what you're saying? You burned
Yeah,
the.
you can
Okay.
burn like 1 off of your edge total that you can ever have to succeed on any one test.
Okay, so you find the designs engineered by Randall Codswallow, who we've already given XP to. Excellent job, Randall Liam Canavan Randall. Where's that clap? Here we go. Randall Liam. That was Liam Canavan Randall. But the actual prototype goes to David Johns. So thank you very much for your initial input there, David Johns. What you find on here
Oh my god.
is the hand and eye of Vecna.
Oh my god, this is a D&D thing.
There's no relation.
Okay.
In fact, that's what he says. No relation.
Okay, cool.
The eye acts like a skill soft, giving the user who replaces their dominant eye. It provides special visions, including thermal, low light, and can even see into the astral plane. Okay. The eye was made for a sniper and provides expert skill with long-range rifles. Now, that's what he came up with. But really, the Lawfer, this is the dragon, has trapped the eccentric genius Randall Codswallow, who created and built the hand eye of Vecna. And rather it being a simple piece of machinery, the hand, and this is all coming up to you on the digital display. I don't have time to do all this
This is amazing.
in Paint. Is instead of being a simple piece of machinery, the hand and eye of Vecna is Randall Codswallow, and he is a very dangerous, biomechanized, hyper-intelligent, living, breathing weapon.
And he's right behind us.
Nope,
Oh.
he's not. The weapon's greatest attribute it can view and assassinate a living being through the astral plane, which has never been heard of before. That's like killing a ghost. That's like killing someone's essence without them even knowing.
That's like dream murder.
Exactly. Unlike any other weapon ever created.
I believe I can kill you through the plane.
Unfortunately for Lawfor, it is only a prototype, and it isn't complete or working just yet. The math is there, but the functionality is still being worked on. In finding these plans, you realize that Randall Codswallow is being held captive in the Lawfor's penthouse at Saderkrupp headquarters.
By
the top
Lit.
story.
Named Vecna. Sorry.
It's okay. The hand and eye of Vecna. So ultimately, you do find blueprints to the building. The building is like 80 stories tall. And the Lawfor, the dragon, the great dragon, he has a penthouse in the very top of the building where he holds Randall Codswallow captive. Assumingly, they have not finalized the hand and eye of Vecna yet. Otherwise, it would be in use, and I'm sure you would have found the actual blueprints and not just the prototype blueprints.
So,
How the
gentlemen,
heck do we get to the top level without this dragon?
I mean,
devouring us?
the elevator, right? I have some really good clearance. I can probably like do a good job again.
Right, but getting up there just straight away, that can't be that easy.
Well, perhaps you'll be able to come up with some sort of excuse. We'll go invisible. It worked last time.
Right.
And actually, as you're looking, you see that there is a very strange elevator blueprint at the other end of the building, not where you actually took the elevator in. This is a entirely separate elevator system.
You guys, there's like a service elevator or some kind of like
Quick access.
secret, maybe like a penthouse sort of thing.
And you see,
Well,
yes, it is direct
let's take it.
access to the Lawfor's.
I say we get in and press some buttons.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, just the top button mostly, probably, right?
All the buttons in the shape of a Christmas tree.
Okay.
Let's pressing all the
not?
buttons at once.
Doing that.
Alrighty.
Now let's just press
So,
the top one, the one that says D
You get
for dragon.
So what do? You go to the elevator?
Who's Damien Knight?
H.
Damien Knight is the
Ares Macrotech.
Oh, that's
Yes.
Brian McKnight.
He's a competitor? Damien Knight?
We go to the elevator.
yes, he's a competitor. So you go to the elevator and you're faced with this puzzle.
I love puzzles.
No, you do. That's why I'm
It's
going to
kittens.
share it
I
here.
believe it is kittens in a basket.
Is it the amount of times these need to be passed?
So you basically, it's a patch. You need to patch this properly in order to. And actually, what I'm going to do is do this instead.
There's no 4. There's the 4.
So what I'm going to ask you guys to do is, do you think you need help on this or no?
Probably at least a bit of guidance.
They're prime numbers.
I thought maybe at first it was like the amount of times it needs to be passed over. You know what I mean? Like a 1, you only need to pass through it once, and like, but
Hmm.
7 would be pretty tough to get to.
Sorry, this is a patch? How do we interact with this
Yeah.
puzzle? Do we
Well, as
turn
you
gears, it looks like?
as you click on it, you realize that so you click on it.
Oh,
Click on one of them. Which one do you
you might
click
be
on?
right, Harlan.
What do you mean
Do
click?
the top number 1 to the left.
What
You
is it?
click here. Okay, so you click where
Top
maybe
left.
you click here. So you click in between, and sure enough, this pops up. Okay.
Yours isn't. Okay, that's what I thought. So then 2 need to
In
branch
fact-
off of 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And
so,
if you
where do they branch?
if you guys roll some stuff, I will start giving you hints. So who do you think? Who wants to? If you guys want to roll, I'll let you.
Roll for.
And depending on your success of the roll, I'll give you additional. I'll fill in the blanks.
What is it? What are we looking at?
So basically, as you step into the elevator, it's got you press.
Oh, it's Minesweeper.
You press the top, and it says, "Enter the code," and it brings this up. This little touchpad device. Okay?
It's Minesweeper.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. It's exactly what you said. So there are 2 connections, or there's 1 connection on the one that we.
Oh, you're right.
There's 1 mine. Ah.
Mhm.
I
Right?
see. Okay, so there's 7 likelihood. There's only 1 space around here. If there's only 1 bomb in this area.
So the bottom one has 3.
Basically, okay, to help you out a bit, I don't want you guys going too far off. There are interconnecting lines between a lot of these numbers, okay? And anybody on the stream, if without Googling this, okay, if you can fill this in and patch it back, then you can certainly help, and you'll win an XP for doing that. And I'll give that to you.
They're just gonna Google it.
Maybe
No.
it's
No
maybe it's
Googling.
not Minesweeper.
No, I was thinking more like along the lines of. Hold on. Where did I show you this?
Well, why don't you roll, and I'll give you another hint, and that might put you in the right
Well,
direction.
here's what I was looking at. Oops. Boop, boop, boop. Like how, from like the number 1, only 1 can be branching off, and from like the number 2, only 2 could be branching off, and so on and so forth. So like.
But there's 3
With a
branching
fresh-
off from that
No,
second.
I know. I was just started to test it to
Oh.
see if that was possible.
The
But like,
3s in the corner.
Yes.
If it is that, Harlan, the 3s in the corner are.
yeah. So like this would be
Like-
full, right? Like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's full.
That's what I'm saying. So like, and then that would have to be that. So that would have to be like that.
Not necessarily.
no, not
because there's
necessarily.
7.
Because one.
Well, if you
Oh,
look
yeah,
at
that's right.
this,
They go
this
across.
looks the same as this, but they've got different numbers in them, right? So they wouldn't be 3 patching over here or 3 patching up from here necessarily.
Okay, so the 3 in the corner is not right. Then what's what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
Oh, maybe. I
On
don't
my
want to give it
screen.
away.
If that 3 is not right, then my theory is wrong. Can we confirm?
3
that?
might be right. Yes.
Okay, the same would be for this then. Right?
Bottom left 3.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So is that what you're filling in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's sort of similar to Minesweeper in the sense that
So why don't I fill in as you filled in?
yeah, that works. And then the bottom left, yeah.
Okay. So I'm thinking that the 7 goes everywhere except for the 1.
Yeah, because the 1's already done. Can't have the 1 do anything.
The bottom right one, rather.
Not this one.
Well, the 1 to the left of it can't either because it's already got 1 branching to the 3 in the corner.
Right. Yes. So no. That's the one that can't branch.
Exactly.
So then
Nothing can touch that 1 then.
7. Yeah.
So that means that 2 would probably go north. To the far left, the left 2 would probably go north.
This one?
Yeah.
You're saying go here?
Yeah, well, it can't go right. It could go on an angle. But, I mean, you can try and error it, right?
Right.
That needs 2.
So
That one's
1,
done.
2. Yeah. So then that could either go to the 5 or the 3.
Well, the 2 would have to stay there. Try to start.
And
doing
you know
this.
that the 1 goes down. Ready?
Yeah. That 3 would then go to the 2, and that's that 2. Yeah, that's
This
that
one?
2. Yeah. Which is right. And that's everything, isn't it? And then the 2 would go back to that 3, and the 3 would go to the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, and that's that 2. There we go. So
Which
they
one?
cross. Sorry, I'm doing it on my screen. I'll show you. Like here. You see this?
Okay, zoom out a bit.
Sorry.
Just so it's okay. Let's see here.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's correct. 1, 2, 3. That's right. 1, 2. That's right.
No, not quite.
6, 7. Okay, where it's wrong. That's 2. That's 3. That's 3. That's 2. That's 1. That's 2. That's
I'll fill in what's
that's
correct.
2, that's 2. That's 3, and that's 3. What's wrong on this? What could be wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Could be that there's multiple answers.
Ah, okay.
None of them cross.
Ah, okay.
None of them cross, but that's not the only reason for it. I mean, if you look at it logically,
Is there?
what
is
you've
it
done
trying to
doesn't
draw
make sense
something?
either.
Sorry, what?
What you've done also doesn't necessarily make full sense.
Oh, okay. What did I do wrong?
There's one correct answer.
5's right. Okay, so that doesn't cross. That doesn't cross.
Any input, Joe?
I only just learned that I could selectively choose to view your windows, so I thought that I just
You're
wasn't
waiting till
able
I
to,
talk.
I wasn't able to see the puzzle for a long time.
Just la 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 la.
So the 5 is
Yeah.
the only one that's sort of confusing me right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because where does that last 5 go? Unless that 2. Maybe that 2 goes there. So where? So I don't know. Give us a hint. What are we looking to solve here then?
Well, you're looking to, you're on the right track. You just need to follow it through. Unfortunately, like if I give it to you, then we'll
Right.
put it this way. If you want to roll for it,
Well, here are we. Okay, so here, look on my screen then.
right?
Kevin will roll.
We'll use
Okay.
mine as a escape here or whatever. So we got 1 here, Justin, right? Going from left to the going from top to bottom to the left column first. So 1's correct, 2's correct,
3.
2's correct,
1, 2, 3.
3's correct,
1,
2's
2.
correct, 2's
one,
correct, 1's correct, 3's correct.
Well, the 7 over to the 2 is only once.
I got 2
right?
successes.
Right,
That 2
Okay.
only has 1.
right. And you said
There's
none
1.
cross.
Well, that
yeah,
if
the
they all
5
have
is the only confusing one.
Yeah.
But
That's
the
what
number
it's-
2 on the right, where the 7 is connecting to the 2,
Yeah, that needs 2 on it.
that needs 2 on it.
So
right?
it could do something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So 5 would be 1, 2, 3.
So you're saying do that.
What else? This could be 2 instead, I guess.
So there's 1, 2, 3. Then you've got 1, 2.
But where would that 2 go? Well, I guess if I'm doing maybe if
1,
this is
2,
gone.
3.
Oops. If that's gone, then we could do that and that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2. That's 2. So is that
Let me
correct?
just check with my.
Alex?
I think you're missing. Oh, you put that one there. Yeah. Do 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 do
So none of them
do.
cross.
Computing.
I've got a way that works, I think.
Actually, I think that's correct. Just
Oh, I got it.
reviewing.
That sound effect sounds like we got it open.
Excellent. Nice job. You did it. Now for the next puzzle. I'm just kidding. So,
That's a fun puzzle.
you notice immediately that the elevator around you, well, you notice this when you enter the elevator. I didn't tell you this, but you're standing in a glass cylinder, fresh and clean. No lines in the glass, and it seems to be manufactured as there are no large metal parts attached. Somehow, in holding the glass cylinder, or there are large metal cylinder clasps attached to the cylinder that you're standing in. As you enter the code, you begin to rise to an unknown floor. And as you are ejected from the ground, you see all the mega computer around you and realize that it was quite confined in comparison with what you see now. You rise above the mega computers and suddenly they drop away from you below. And as you rise at a rate of speed which is unnerving, it seems that it should be impossible moving at this speed. Instead of darkness, you're out now surrounded by a soft pink and purple glow, somewhat like the color of a sunset. You look out and you can see that you've risen above the mega computers. It's very strange. It's almost as if you're passing through another dimension. You rise and rise and rise faster, and you see clouds whipping by you. You don't feel as though you've left the building, but rather like you're not moving. It's very strange. Before long, you come to a sudden and complete stop in what feels like a normal elevator. There's no jolt. You just stop. The door opens and you enter into a tall, extremely tall room surrounded by windows on all sides. There is a nice, beautiful yellow sunset light coming in. And as you look out the window, you see large city buildings dwarfed by the tower that you are in. You look out. Across the room, very large room. I would say there's probably 300 meters between the elevator you're standing in and the far glass wall, sort of a dome. It still has a roof, but it's not a full dome, but large windows. You see there a small, fragile, gray-haired, scraggly gray-haired man with glasses, and he's got pieces of mechanical hanging off him, different mechanical bits, and he's half naked, and he's only wearing pants, no socks, no shoes, no top, but he's got obviously a big gun, and he looks at you.
And I smile at him. Well, hello. We are just here to collect a friend of ours. Do you need any help?
He can barely hear you as he's quite a ways across the room.
Oh, good. I'm like talking like regular talking voice.
And he knows you're talking to him. So he starts to shuffle towards you.
Are you all right, sir? Do you need any help?
And he doesn't say anything, but he continues to get closer and closer.
Does he look like he's been modified to sport a sniper eye?
Yes.
And I'm like, shit. I'm like, this is Randall.
To your knowledge, this is Randall Codswallow.
But is it like a man machine? Is this like the big final showdown? Is he gonna start firing at us? Is this the boss fight?
I guess you'll have to know.
And
I
motion for I step in front of Kevin. I say, "Go invisible, kid." And I look over to Charlie and sort of give him a nod as well. And I take a step forward to Randall. I say, "Randall, we're not here to fight, friend."
He's getting closer and closer and closer, and you hear him as he gets closer. He says, "Help me!" And as he comes within 20 meters of you, you realize that he's quite a fragile old man, and he's barely creeping out the words from his dry, cracked lips. He says, "Help me! Help
There's no way to disconnect him, Kevin. Is there a way
Kevin.
to disconnect him, Kevin? Kevin, put that dog down. Where'd you get
Where'd you
that?
find the dog from, Kevin?
I was like, what the fuck is that?"
I don't know. I'm not familiar with this kind of modification.
Well, I need to know whether or not I use my sword on the cables, whether that'll kill him or whether that'll just set him free.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
But you understand technology.
How can we help you?
And I step forward as well and say, "Yes, yeah. How can we help you?" And I'm gonna roll to sort of get maybe, I don't know, etiquette or something. I'm gonna try to figure out exactly how to talk to this guy with 3 6s.
You succeed. And so what do you say?
And I say, Randall Codswallow, listen, we are here to help. We understand that that the Seder Krupp Corporation has made it very difficult for you to focus right now. We understand that you have machine parts in you and they're keeping you as a captive, but we are not your enemy, friends. We are not your enemy." And I try to walk towards him.
And you can see pain in his eyes, and he barely squeaks out, "Kill me.
All right, come here.
End this."
And I like pull out my gun as I walk towards him, like, "All right, no problem. Come here, buddy."
And he sees you pull your gun, and he says yes, and he puts his head right up.
And without hesitation, I
your
shoot
gun.
him in the head.
Without hesitation?
Without hesitation.
Whoa.
That was the whole ideal.
All
remember?
right.
The dwarf was like,
No, he said you didn't have to.
but I want those who
Eliminated
watching this to be
that.
like, that was the opposite of what he said. Well, all we really need was a prototype. And logically thinking, even if we kill him, we can still take the prototype from his head, right?
Aha!
I just like being the audience surrogate.
But therein lies the truth. As you kill him, you see the beeping on his side mechanism, which is attached to his arm. It says beep, 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 beep. And it reads in very fine print. It says deleting data.
No!
So this has all been built into him. And as you shoot him in the head, you hear from far off, it sounds distant, but it is in the same room.
Oh, shit.
And lands in front of you a large, we're talking, this thing is 50 feet long, a wingspan of 150 feet. It barely fits in this room. In fact, it makes the room look
Dragon.
small. Yes, Lothwor. And he shakes his great mane. He's a big red dragon with a yellowish belly. And he shakes his great, mane, and he leans down to you and he says, "You killed my invention."
All right.
And as he says
Everyone
this,
take it.
you smell the heat that comes off of his breath.
Oh no.
Listen.
You beauty human! What gives you the ability to kill my invention?
All right, Lothware, listen here for a second. Just
He's-
take it.
No!
He's an elf,
Listen here.
by the way.
Yeah, I'm an elf because Kevin's invisible, right? And Charlie is probably at least half invisible.
I'm gone.
It depends if I'm farting or not, I guess.
Kevin, you farting right now, buddy?
And he looks at all three of you. He says,
Beauty metahumans, I can see you all.
And I say, all right. Everybody, just take a deep breath, Loth.
Why have you come here?
Yeah, go ahead, Charlie. Take it.
What you were doing here was pretty much slavery.
he
I
taps,
regret it.
he taps his nails on the ground, and it feels as though there are elephants stomping, cars dropping onto the floor in front of you as he taps his nails on the ground.
6 nails per each.
Yes.
You think you can come in here and take from a dragon?
Is that frowned upon? Did you know, Ash, is that frowned upon?
And
without,
without-
I can't really quite speak to that.
In
see him-
in lore, like J.R.R. Tolkien, like dragon is a horde.
This isn't a fantasy, Kevin.
You see him draw
We're in the
a
real world
deep,
with orcs and elves.
long breath.
It keeps throwing fire.
Oh
Well,
no.
It's
no.
nice
Hold
to
on,
meet you.
Loftware.
Yes, at the end of his deep breath, you guys make
Kevin
any...
dives out of the way.
Hey, good job, Kevin.
Yes,
I
I
dive out of
will
the way
also.
too.
Anybody
Perhaps
else?
I-
Yes. Oh, you
No,
dive. You all
yes.
dive out of the way,
Yes.
Wrong move.
use your reaction and
well, that's not
agility.
gonna be good for me.
Me neither.
And
I got
for those
5.
of you who had dodge,
Nope,
add that in.
0 successes.
Really?
Yeah.
Reaction.
How many ones, Harlan?
1.
1. But
1.
you failed.
Damn.
Reaction. So that's R, so 7, because I've got that special reaction.
I want to just talk to him though.
Reaction and dodge, and that's it.
I mean, if dragons are the heads of companies, they must be at least a little bit.
Roll 5 dice.
You literally broke in and destroyed his invention.
Right.
That was
But-
going to change his business for...
I also failed entirely. With one.
I got 3. I got 2 6s and 1 5.
Kevin jumps to the side and actually knocks Ash over, and we both lie directly in the path of his fire.
And I looked at Kevin. I'm like, "It was great knowing you, buddy."
Whoa!
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, these dragons, you guys are
Dragon
nothing.
Toast.
Nothing in comparison to these beasts. They're overwhelming.
Tell us what happened, Shadow Master.
The dragon breathes fire onto you all.
Oh, shit.
He crisps your heels as you dive out of the way. He grabs your legs, Harlan.
Oh, no.
Kevin. He grabs your legs, Kevin. He holds you up. And with his other hand, he scoops up Charlie and Ash. And he says,
Why have you destroyed what's so precious to me?
I'm dead.
Listen here, man. It's all good. Listen to me. Just take a second and... Is Kevin dead? Did you kill Kevin?
Your weak
Oh,
charisma
you're pretending.
is nothing in comparison to me.
and
Actually,
he
hold on.
swallows Kevin whole.
What the fuck?
Kevin!
Tasty little humans.
And I'm like, swallow me too, bitch. I'm gonna cut Kevin out of your stomach and from the inside out.
And he does that. He chomps down on the both of you.
Oh, we're done.
I actually
They're
had,
in ending.
I had a proposition.
Us.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Okay,
I
before
had a
you're about to
proposition.
bite.
Yes.
Well, I've always exceeded at killing people when they didn't know about it. That's what I excel at. And I don't know if I'm anybody to replace this this character, but perhaps I could help you by replacing the person that we just killed. I'll be your assassin with a new technology.
Shut up, human.
Then he takes Ash and he plops Ash in his mouth. And he looks at Charlie and he goes, "You can go free." And he
What?
whips you
Nice.
against the glass, and as you shatter the glass and break most of the bones in your body, you go flying out of an 80-story building.
Ah.
You have
Still
a
wearing your parachute?
Oh, I fall and I fall. Well, I guess this is the end. And then about 20 meters from the ground, I remember I have a parachute. I say, "Oh, bother."
Yeah.
And then I hit the ground.
The end.
I've never
TPK!
I think it's the first time that we, well, it's my fault, but like legitimately botched the fucking ending of it. Shit. That
So
sucks.
the
gonna
wild
happen
things.
sometime.
I'm okay
I mean,
with it.
these dragons. I mean, so the dragon. If you look at your own scores, just for comparison's sakes, your body, Joe, Kevin, your body is 3. A dragon's is 15.
Mine's a 10.
Your agility is what?
No, I'm just kidding.
Your agility is 3. His is a 7. Your reaction is 3. His is an 8. It just goes on and on. But your strength is a 2. His is a 40. Like, it doesn't end, right? Not only that, but he's a great dragon. So on top of all that, you add 10 to the body. So he's got 25.
Why did you put us up against this guy?
He's a dragon. I'm sorry, but that's the reality of this life. I mean, if you're facing a dragon. Now, there was one way to destroy him.
Whatever.
Great dragons have the ability to turn into humans.
I would have done it if I had known. Turn
I
into
know.
a human and fight me.
Exactly.
Bitch.
So had the opportunity arisen, maybe you would have been able to convince him to turn into a human and fight you like a man, and then you could have killed him.
Or
But
if
that
we
would have
hadn't
really been-
killed, if we hadn't killed Randall, he would have fought us, right?
No, he would not have.
Okay.
He wanted to die, and I thought it was going to be much more
Struggle.
of a difficult decision for you. You're like, take home the prototype and get what was it, 4 billion
Oh, like
million?
morally, right. that makes
Or
more sense.
kill him and do the moral thing for him.
I kind of thought
you know?
killing him and taking the prototype would have been the best, but you're right, because that makes a lot more sense. Well, Ash was never the smartest ball
But-
in the package.
Exactly.
of
Sometimes
fourth
that's what
drawer.
happens when you make drastic moves, and in the end, hey, did we have fun?
Yeah, but
we
you
fucking did.
killed a kid. Kevin
kid?
Mucho's no
It was
more.
like 16.
Oh well, I mean, you know, the Dragon ate a kid.
I'm so sad.
I know.
Yeah, it's okay. We lived a good life. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Shadowrun. Big thank you to Alex for running such a fucking cool campaign. I would definitely
Thanks, guys.
revisit this world in a heartbeat. The system.
Yes.
I'd like do like D&D rules in like a different
You know
world
what?
or something. don't
I
know.
might just do that because I agree with you. The system, I love the back. I love
I
the.
really
the-
do. I think it's so cool.
Yeah.
Walk into a diner where
setting.
like an orc and a troll's working, or like the police station where they're all like these gruff and fucking like, I guess they're also probably orcs and stuff like that. But I think that's such a cool dynamic. Like the David Bowies being elves and stuff like that, and the fucking
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, exactly.
there's something really
exactly.
cool about playing up like more of a pop culture. I would love to do like a regular story, you know, just a typical, even like it was like a murder mystery type thing, but in this world.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to
In
play
that
with,
in that world.
Yeah, that would be really really cool.
Well, you know, and
Escape the
I
fucking
mean,
world.
I don't. You read these things and you hope that you get it, how the writers have meant it to be. But I know there are some things that, like they wrote differently, just like the way that you interact with the Matrix, the astral plane, which we didn't even get into. I mean, there's a lot of different. Essentially, it is a rules-heavy game, and it's a very. Not only is it rules-heavy, it's very. Like for everything, there's a rule. It's very much like. As close. I mean, I could be wrong in saying this. I haven't played as many games as some of these people, but it's as close to as many possibilities in life as you can get. I think. You know what I mean?
With
When
the
you
system?
shoot a gun, you know, it does the gun jammed. Like there's so many specific
I think that's
innuendos that come into play.
If you can, like, if you're playing Shadowrun in your home campaign and you're doing
Yeah.
it for like years and years and you're learning with the
Yeah.
crew people that you're playing with, but as a one shot or 3 sessions or even 10
Yeah.
sessions, it's just too much to consume.
Like if you've mastered D&D, like, and you're bored of it and you're looking for something different, this would be an ideal game, because if you have the time to dedicate into perfecting something like D&D and you know all the rules in and out, this would be one that would be ideal for that.
If you
because
really want to get
you've
into
got,
a rule system.
exactly, you've got so many different, and being a good dungeon master
Or
which-
Shadow Master.
Shadow Master in my case, you can really do well. I think you can guide your players. I mean, I guided you guys a lot.
Mhm.
You didn't really have to know too much. If I knew everything about this game, you guys wouldn't have to know it, just like a dungeon master would guide you through D&D.
Mhm.
The
So
Dungeon Master. Well, either way,
That's-
Alex, you did a
that's-
fantastic job. I'm glad
Thank
that
you,
we
thank
dived
you.
Yeah,
into
good
Shadowrun
job,
finally.
Alex.
Great
Really
job.
thanks for playing. Thanks guys for watching. Did you enjoy the game?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There was a hesitation there. Harvey.
I like being
I was the first person to say it.
Challenge.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Hesitation, Harlan. It's like, literally the first one who said it. No, not at all.
What
It's
did you say,
fantastic.
Joe? Sorry.
what?
What did
Oh,
Joe
were you
say?
frozen?
He didn't hear.
Yeah, what were you gonna say?
No, I just that I like a challenge. I like learning
Yeah.
new things about rule systems. This gave
Yeah.
me a new way to think about, especially magic.
Mm.
Interesting, just interesting
Yeah.
concepts. I'm not like chomping at the bit to play more of this, but I thought it was really cool to delve
Yeah.
in, and I think you did a great job of taking it on.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you guys.
interesting. There's like sort of fun memes about systems. Like Call of Cthulhu is one where it's like a roll for sanity, like just because it happens all the time. And the one for Shadowrun that I always saw, but I never really understood, was like Shadowrun, 5 hours of planning a mission, like fucks up in 10 minutes. And I was like, that's sort of true, because like
Yeah.
even us, the 3 sort of parts that we did, we spent so much time figuring out like how to get to Germany, and like
Remember
actually
the-
doing it was like
Remember the first scene, you did like a car chase, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, I don't know how to do a car chase. or how to handle grenades, or how to do shooting. Like, I don't know any of this. How did I not prepare for this?
That's just you, and we love you for it. You're
Well,
No, but I feel like that's like just like the system too. Like I wouldn't know all that stuff if I was running, if I was running a game. Like
not only that, but you know, you have your own mindset. It's like you said, Harlan, you spent 5 hours planning. Like I had planned for all this. You guys are doing this by like foot and like interactions, where all of a sudden now I put a car in, and I'm like, why did I put a fucking car in? And I was like, I guess
you get carried.
Why did I put a fight in where there's cars involved? I don't know how to deal with this.
You
like,
get carried away with the story, and then you like go afterwards. Like, wait a minute, but I got to figure out how to actually do that.
But honestly, I feel like the system should be malleable enough that you can like opt into ideas like a car chase and not think, oh fuck, I need to spend 20 hours learning how the fuck this works.
Yeah.
Well,
see, then to me, that's the takeaway for that is you just take what you want from it.
Yeah.
And like Call of Cthulhu has literally a chapter dedicated to chase. It's like how to chase. I have never once bothered with a chase, and if I did, it's like just a streamlined, silly version of it, because I don't understand why you really need to be that.
Yeah. But purists will say we're doing it wrong, even though we're running this in a way that is meant to just enable our fun.
Purists would also say that Harlan shouldn't be wearing a half Windsor. He should be wearing a full Windsor. But it depends on what kind of purists we're talking about, because they'd be suit purists, and we don't want them on our stream.
Well, that's what we were talking about before the stream started, right?
It was an original.
That's what I said to you.
Yeah. We said, let's forget role-playing games. Let's just go on and show people how to wear suits properly. Endgame XP, we're going to give it to Zia, who did a ton of great comments.
Zia
Abraham.
I'm curious. What's awkward? Zia? She says
awkward turtles.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, man.
It is now.
I think she just meant it was awkward because people were saying that she deserved to win Endgame XP, and she was like,
you know,
awkward.
After this, I'm really looking forward to a nice, simple game that has heavy rules still.
Scooby-Doo and the horror from Innsmouth.
Yes. What are we playing next week?
Christmas game.
Oh,
yeah, but what is that?
Oh, you guys.
Scooby-Doo and the New Endura.
System-wise, I think I'm gonna do End of the World, so it'll be like really easy.
It's gonna be...
Oh snap!
What,
we gotta write up Aisha in.
Oh, that's right. Aisha will be in it because it's our Christmas game, End of the World. So Aisha, you better watch.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We gotta get in touch with her to stat out her NPC PC.
Part of me wanted to do Die Hard and Home Alone. Die Alone, Home Hard. That sounds like dying while jerking off.
Or hard home.
Hard, die alone. But I'm thinking, I think I might just keep the
Die
same.
alone.
The last two Christmas games were sort of connected. It was like you guys start somewhere and you're like traveling to the North Pole to save Santa or traveling to save your friend. I kind of want to continue that trend where it's like celebrities helping you along the way to get to some sort of goal. And I think that's going to be what we're doing. It's going to be wacky and zany. Everyone needs to be drinking something, so that's the important thing.
Oh,
yeah, for once.
Yeah, for once. Well, me, I don't. For once, it's going to be me, and that's when it gets really fucking weird.
I think I'm going to drink water.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I'm only having coffee.
You guys all switch. You all drink nothing, and I'll get really fucking drunk, and I'll be like, where are we right now? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We hope you have a fantastic Wednesday night and a fantastic weekend. And as my very good friend Justin always likes to say...
Oh shit, I'm totally unprepared.
Oh shit, I'm totally unprepared.
Good night, everybody.